Oh yeah, we got to share love in secrecy. Nobody must know about you and me. We can't take too much liberty until the time is set you free. And I got to tell you, no matter where now, no matter where, you just ain't mine. Oh, yes, I will. Mm-hmm. We can't go to a million places. We can't be around for a million places. Taking this choice, oh, this I know. But I don't mind it, baby, 'cause I love you so. Ah, yeah. No matter when, no matter where, you just name the time. I'll be right there. Oh, yes, I will. I'll be right there. If you got the nerve to slip away, I got the nerve to meet you wherever you say. We'll be taking a chance, this I know. But I don't mind it, baby, 'cause I love you so. And I got to tell you, no matter when, no matter where, I'll name the town, I'll be right there. Oh, yes, I will. I'll be right there. I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna squeeze you. No matter when, no matter when, no matter where, no matter where, no matter when. I'm gonna hold you, baby. No matter where. If it takes a train, no matter when. If it takes a plane, no matter where. No matter how I get there. No matter when.
Have I told you lately that I love you? Well, if I didn't, darling, I'm sorry. Did I reach out and hold you in my loving arms? Oh, when you needed me. Now I realize that you need love too, and I'll spend my life making up to you. Oh, I forgot to be your lover, and I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
He was grooving, and that was when he could have sworn the room was moving. But that was only in his mind. He was sailing. He never really seemed to notice vision failing, 'cause that was all part of the high. The sweat was pouring. He couldn't take it. The room was exploding. He might not make it. Please, children, would you listen? Just think where it's at. You won't remember what you're missing, but down some dead end streets there ain't no turning back. Everybody in a circle, the whole family, are listening to the preacher's words. Sis was crying. She alone held a secret about his dying. Tears falling to earth, and maybe her fault. He was so trusting, God only knew why. They were destined.
On PCH, looking for the PCP, riding backwards on the handlebars on a 12-speed, floating around, holding on from the last high, below sea level, swimming fast with the devil, fire to the metal, spoon then zoom, fire that make you expire more than soon, no family, foundation, a sick patient, he's past help, grains of sand, he's been spacing, full-blown comatose, he's always in a cloud of smoke, on the roast. Dusted no swifter, busted up the zipper, rusted at the lip, he couldn't do it for the gipper. Till the wheels fall off, a piece of his soul is lost every time he coughs. Make zombies look lively when he gets that fix. Broken down spirit trapped in his skin.
Angel dust ain't strange to us, things that are dangerous are within range for us. Hollywood Park, watching the dealers bust Hollywood Boulevard, where tweakers cuss with crust in their eyes. I'm a night tripper in disguise, fiending for a lie, sitting assy on that forbidden candy in the Camry, not worried about what can or can't be. Try not to feel out like John Candy. John Belushi, curved out but not loosely. You wanna wet out, lick a square of my loose leaf. South Central liquor store, Lucy, skinny dip until the chemicals induce me. Introduce me to the beast that got it all started. The shit is hitting harder than Joe Jackson on the dawn of a talent show. Smoke that ticking time bomb, get my pump and balance low. See the homie, but he's not really there. Trying to have a conversation with a ghost, not fair. It's like I'm stuck and the lights are off and I'm locked in Toys R Us with that.
It's the devil's work. Take it and let it work. It ain't got nothing to do with angels. It's just strange people doing strange things in weird places. My people, angel dust don't play. Don't play. Have your moon walking in the middle of the freeway. Don't believe what your friends say. My pops told me back in the mix. Before crack came, it was waterheads tripping off of sherm sticks. They call it out on your feet. Have a nigga running butt naked down the street. Didn't know that you like to get wet. It's smoking on the water that'll get you wet. Ready, set, put it on the end of your cigarette. Have you shitting on my front lawn. Molly ain't got shit on.
Yeah.
Say it.
Free my niggas, yeah.
Yes. DJ Rick over the Fox Crate, mixing it up till 8 p.m. Yes, thank you very, very much, Rick. Continue this. At 8 p.m. we have comedy. The lineup is as follows. Tonight we have Jake Kroger, Amanda Hurley, Ian Lockwood, Jonathan Green, Jess Rizzo, Johnny Roque, Alex Brown, and Willie Mack.
No heater in a whip, I used to speak about it. Up in the morning with the cocaine about it, yeah. I got bags, so bitch, you fucking with me, yeah. Top the glass, so bitch, you fucking with me, yeah. Let the get your dry on the table, drop it fast, laugh. Watch a spider look like a spaceship, they like, goddamn. I'm calling lamb, money gram. I'm sending the bill, I'm in the jail, I'm in the cell. Can't see the fam, take my bread. I'm doing a lot, no bacon ham, and coasting on me. That's all they serve, stomach hurt. The devil working, but I ain't nervous, beat the verdict, but lost a million, just like the perfect, whipping verdicts. The devil working, but I ain't nervous. I reminisce the feeling when I think about a man in the fake, I used to think about it. No Peter in the whip, I used to speak about it. Fighting with the human, think about it, yeah. I got bags, so bitch, you fucking with me, yeah. With the flag, so bitch, you fucking with me, yeah. Let the yango drive on the table,
oh, sorry.
Did
we want to do this sound test with Amanda really quick, or is that at 7:30?
Yeah. Yeah. Free my niggas, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What time are you doing it at?
Yeah.
I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Free my niggas, yeah.
It's so Natural disasters, all these emotional rappers. Master of my own fate and I own my own masters. Don't let this smooth taste fool you. When I bust, I school you. They throw rocks and hide behind the computer. It's yellow tape and white chalk when I'm on the beat. Yeah, you rich, but your talk is cheap. Never see me trying to walk with sheep. I'm so famous, can't even cough in peace. Your alter ego is Maltese. I was waiting for Auntie Pumpkin release. You niggas crying over spilled milk. Probably never seen your friend killed. Probably never seen your dad die. Or played dodgeball with Fed time. I done some things I ain't proud of. Lights on my mom's drugs. The devil put some toxin in me. Demons trying to have an auction in me. They want to sell my soul. Going once, going twice, never sold. Best story that was never told. Keep in mind that I have several episodes. A lot of things to be thankful for. A wife and 3 kids, I may make it 4. Never get the credit I deserve. I don't know if you hearing every word. I don't get the credit I deserve. Rest in peace, Johnny really had them birds. Yeah, I'm a threat, threat. Yeah, I'm a threat, threat. You know I'm a threat. Yeah, I'm a threat, threat. They wanna know where the jump shot come from. Coach Outlaw taught me the beef method. Balance eye contact, elbow room, follow through. See, that's what I was taught to do. I probably learned more from Coach Gwen than I did from my own kin. Yeah, the streets was my sensei. I sold dope and rapped about it on my mixtape. I had respect, but I gained more. You rather be underrated or unemployed. Think on it. Keisha Ream big enough to skate on it. My lifestyle big enough to hate on it. This beat hard enough to put J on it. My yard too big to put a rake on it. But I got the color and the wraith on it. Never get the credit I deserve. I don't know if you hearing every word. I don't get the credit I deserve. Rest in peace, Johnny really had them birds. Yeah, I'm a threat, threat. Yeah, I'm a threat, threat. You know I'm a threat, threat. Yeah, I'm a threat, threat.
My girl booty soft and shaped like a strawberry. Her pussy ball with a tat like Stephon Marbury. Carry all my dirt to the grave, I'm the pallbearer. Bury all of my sins staring out of the bins. Gone off weed, gone off can. Gone with the wind, gone with the pretty long hairs with the fairy skin. Yelling in her face and she repeated like a parrot. And apparently she gon' keep yelling at me, I'ma never win. Where your ass was at when I was sleeping on the couch and in the wheel? Probably with another nigga, on another nigga dick. I'm on another tip. My skin so tense, strength on strength, 1 on 10 against me. I won't break, I don't bend. Watch your statements, guard your chin, guard your heart, guard your light. Find your sin, mind your likeness. You doing without, cause she ain't looking within. But if you ever in doubt, get it suspended.
Yeah, for life, baby, I'm dressed for the war. Baby girl, I'm your soldier. But tripping like this, back and forth, wonder who gon' hold you. Everybody needs somebody to hold them down. Everybody needs somebody to hold them down.
Look, cool. I mean, shorty had relations that we never could speak about. You get mad, I'm mad, we sleep it out. And then she had a man who used to be there, so she told me she wanted out. Got a couple of abortions, now that pussy's a haunted house. Now her heart cold, Antarctica, Siberia. Had it planned out, curriculum, criteria, change. She feel pain, strain, built up anger from dealing with a dickhead, putting her life in danger. I understand the time that you go through your woman things, and sometimes can't gauge clearly on what you be thinking. I swear I got your back and got the tab on what you drinking. You ain't got to move a finger or pinky when we linking. Whatever keeps your boat afloat or ship sinking. From loose lips of side women stepping out of position, breaking out of a system, prison, parallelogram, shaping a prism. Stop signs never stop die. Let's be realistic. I've been trying to get in touch with my senses and be better to my sisters, but niggas think that you feminine when you sensitive. My homegirl rap and she feminist. Hold it down for the women, I call her feminine. Tell them how you really feel, head ass, cause ass shots are dead ass and fake tits been around, we gas it. Girl, you perfect without that makeup or the plastic surgery. I'ma tell you how it is like Ron Burgundy.
one for the West Coast, one for the West Coast, two for the West Coast. I mean, it was on that track, man. Yeah, I'm the nigga now.
On the bus, rolling to the crib, I would get dibs on the seat with my man OJ and rock beats from Lamert Park the 81st. When I got home, this was first. I plugged the headphones in, then catch the break 14 with the system. I was like great on the turntables. I turned labels back and forth and put stop on the tape. Then down the street to 81st place, the kid with the fat face with the fat case for sale. $10 if you was known. I put the turntable down for the microphone. I used to sell mixtapes, but now I'm an MC. I got the rhymes and beats. I used to rock them tapes. I used to sell mixtapes, but now I'm an MC. I got the rhymes and beats. I used to rock them tapes. Back up the world on wheels with the rap contest. I used to try and get mine cause I thought I was fresh. I like LL LaShawn with my Roxanne rhyme. It might sound whack, but it was dope at the time. Then it progressed with styles up to iFresh. MCs like Ganja Kate and the rest post meet up with the pause mix cut. Rockin' Southwest College, tearing it up. Money really wasn't part of the rap. Paid was having people start to clap, getting ready for the break. Your heart starts to race, you was hyped, cause I can see it on your face, yes. The beat is like fresh, plus we had the moves to make your party move. And those were the dudes without making tapes. Damn, I should go back to selling mixtapes. I used to sell mixtapes, but now I'm an MC. I got the rhymes and beats. I used to rock them tapes. I used to sell mixtapes, but now I'm an MC. I got the rhymes and beats. I used to rock them tapes.
One for the money, yes sir, two for the show. A couple of years ago on Headland and the Low was the starter, something good. Where me and my nigga rode the martyr through the hood, just trying to find that hook up. Now every day we looked up at the ceiling, watching ceiling fans go round, trying to catch that feeling off instrumental. Had my pencil and plus my paper, we caught the 86 flights on your headed to Decatur, writing rhymes, trying to find our spot up in that light up in that spot. Knowing that we can rock, doing the hole in the wall clubs. This shit here must stop. Like freeze, we making the crowd move, but we not making no G's, and that's a no.
A 1-2, dope niggas in the Cadillac, they call us. Went from Plaguers ball to boss, putting us up on the map. It's like Little Rock to banging. Niggas say motherfuck that plaguing. They paying, we staying, legging vocals, locales done. Made it with them big boys up in this industry. Outcast, yeah, them niggas they making big noise, over 1 million sold to this day. Niggas they taking like they 96 gon' be that year that out. Y'all Plaguers haters can bite me around this bitch.
Yo mama and your cousin too. Going down the step on board. Coming up, slamming and let go. Me and you. Yo mama and your cousin too. Going down the step on board. Coming up, slamming and let go.
God damn, it's a new day. God damn, what the nigga wanted money.
They just can't understand or fathom my demeanor. Unapproachable appearance to how I pack the Ninas. Out of 2 clips, they say malice demeanors. Got love for guns and cane, let nothing come between us. You mistook me for a rapper, huh? Well, that makes me an actor, cause I would rather clap a gun and buck on them niggas who hate. Who wanna be in my shoes, live my life, but can't carry my weight. I understand that the envy is part of the game, but make no mistake, you and I, we are not the same. Nah, bitch, I'm liable to splatter your shit. Light up your world till you start to stagger and shit. Watch how them hollow straight rattle your shit, and I'll leave it to y'all to freestyle and battle and shit. That's not me. I'm more at home with the chrome or at play with the yay. Moving 12 for a zone, I'm gone.
God damn, it's a new day. God damn, what the nigga wanted money.
God damn, when that white hits the pan, it comes back hard. I can account for every brand man. The streets molded the man I am, the pimp, the hustler, the crook, the killer. Gorilla traits of a blow dealer. thriller, course my vein, I hustle, I'm rich. Blow Skrilla, I'm the torch that carry the game, the flame I throw. Crack change came from blow, push the O's, 6 leg close, hug the streets, I hug the beat. Change flows, thug the streets, my love is deep, my pain shows. My heart's on the sleeve for nigga that done gave they soul and hearts to the street. You nigga told they breaking my heart's on the street, so watch the phonies, watch your homies be pop, pop, drop you homie.
God damn, it's a new day. God damn, but the nigga wanted more.
They call me Pusher for one reason, cause I keep that sniff all seasons. Whether the price is up or down, I keep a mound to pitch from. You don't have to shop around when it
I'm stronger than a locomotive, yeah. That old saying is true. But I can't understand sometimes, baby, why I'm so weak for you. Listen, I can leap tall buildings in a single bound. When it come to getting over you, baby, well, I can't get off the ground. But they call me the Superman lover, yeah. Say they call me the Superman lover, yeah. But something wrong, you know that. Something wrong with me to see. You think we can make it all work out? Something wrong, yeah. But I gotta tell it like this. And I don't want to make this any harder than it needs to be. So don't cry.
Don't wanna see your tears. Baby, it'll be okay. Don't wanna see you crying, darling. No way. Just don't feel the same. Just don't feel the same. I know what you're about. I know what you're about. And I guess that I don't love you anymore. And I'm sorry, but it just ain't working out. Oh, I'm sorry, just ain't gonna work out. Just ain't gonna work out, girl. Oh, I'm sorry, just ain't gonna work out. Just ain't gonna work out, girl. Don't want you to be sad, girl. Don't want you to be afraid. I know that you will understand my ways. One day, no need to be upset, girl. You just don't understand. Please don't scream and shout. Please don't scream and shout. I know that you were hearing wedding bells, but I'm sorry, 'cause it just ain't working out. Oh, I'm sorry, just ain't gonna work out. Just ain't gonna work out, girl. Oh, I'm sorry, just ain't gonna work out. Just ain't gonna work out, girl.
It's like it's like that, Anna. A hieroglyphic shield. It's like that, Anna. A hieroglyphic shield.
Pyro, y'all.
wrong. It's not a wrong thing to be addicted to the microphone like a heroin fiend. I'll tell you one thing, you never catch me fronting as I proceed to give the people what they want. You making some green, but not for glamour or fashion. I'm stacking cash until I can get moms a mansion. All from rapping. Nah, man, there's many plans like investing in land. It started all from impressing the fans with brand new flow. And you know, all the way from gangster clones to weirdos. Who's used though? But we ain't tripping, give respect when you see this. You need us or your rap underdeveloped like a fetus.
Those that know not those, and it shows when we broke out the knock holes, hopped out they clothes. That's positive feedback. Yup, the pros are poised. We never pose, you'll never know. From 93 till infinity, we've been inventive, creating the bump is our only incentive. And it's been a long time since I feel I've been felt. But the only thing I fear is fear itself. So you know what we got to do? Maybe could we keep it within the groove like it should be? Never giving out, we living out our dreams. If it's something I can't live without, that's my team. You never knew.
Hieroglyphics, hip hop is vintage, underground like silos, launching long range ballistics. World renowned, we groundbreaking, musical boundaries, running circles around these cities.
Just like that, man. A hieroglyphics, yeah. Just like that, man. A hieroglyphics, yeah. Just like that. Just like that, man. A hieroglyphics, yeah.
I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around a, check it out. Sitting and thinking about the time I wrote 4 stacks of rhymes for dimes. Made me want to go back to doing crimes on the corner. But the street life hotter than a sauna. So I don't think I'm gonna, plus the fact I was born a nigga to hit the land with the mic in hand and SP and get it like Dizzy Gillespie. And this is how I do, not 3 or 2, but 1 nigga from Queens full of hip hop fiends all over. Gas the honey up to let me young Clover. And this time around, check how I get down as I go the extra mile, raise the call loud. Born up in Harlem ever since I've been destined for stardom. So move over, bacon. It's the anti-faking, beat making nigga that makes the earthquake and let the man push through. Others are left without a clue. Lost professor in the house 1, 2. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around her. Check it out. About as deadly as a 9, here to rock mankind like a landmine with the ill shit that I designed. Professor, keep sucker chum crews under pressure like this girl I know. But yo, I can't stress her cause I'm cool like that. Matter of fact, even cooler, opposite of sun cooler. Nothing to do with the ruler and keener. You can catch me joyriding on Casino as I keep the competition mind up in between her. Rocking a hard place, and just like a car chase, I'm action-packed with the drama, Scarface, I'm real. Honey, you hit me off with a meal and I'm out so I can get me a stout. What's it all about? Trying to stack off a contract, jack, and stay black. As long as I can keep that intact, ain't a damn thing stopping. The one that keep it hopping, do the one to what I'm dropping. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around $100 bill. I don't wanna ill, I just wanna chill and keep my hand around it. Check it out.
Yes, you're listening to Rick over at the Fox Crate. Give him a follow. He's going back to work soon. It's okay. It's okay. We're all going back to work soon. And we're all going to start this up again. It's okay. We're all going to, it's going to be okay. We can still do this. We'll even do this in a whole better setting, maybe. But until now, listen to Rick over at the Fox Crate and let your friends know what's going on here. Because it's nice for the time being.
Shines near or far, just like the brightest star. Yeah, the things you do set my heart aglow, and I want you to know.
recreated the sound. I'm tired of watching niggas faking it now. When I drop this time, I ain't taking shit down. I'm done waiting, yeah, my pace went down. This rap game trying to play with me now. I'm too cocky, I can't walk with a frown. 60 souls, we just running around. With Mac Measy on tour in your town. Long live Mac Miller. Once press Reggie's 2 touchdowns. Me and Rocky finna shut shit down. My brother first shot town. Like Neptunes, they are clones. I ain't nothing like what y'all own. I'm like a spokesman for the unknown. I'm like a coach for a real rap song. I'm getting close, it's that 1 yard zone. On my own way by code. I can't lose faith no more. The devil wanna take my soul. Scars in them lines I wrote. My swag, yeah, can't be sold. I just had to find my goal. I've been dreaming since like 8 years old. I always knew that I can make shit grow and we can take shit there. Real shit is on the rise, I can feel it in the air. But it feel like a mirage, yeah, cause it ain't really there. Like they getting a massage, all the people in the chat, like they don't listen. Or maybe they don't know my story or they don't get it. Why they sleeping on the boy like he don't spit it? It's like your flow the stock joint and my flow kidded. I'm like the one you really want cause it's so different. I ain't fucking with nobody that don't see my vision. I'm God's son, how you gon' question my religion? She doubted me at first and think that I can stay committed. Just keep it playing, don't you ever try to play me, nigga. I was getting to that bag while you babysitting. I fell in love, but I just got too complacent with her. This rap shit the only thing that ever made me figure. They tried to put me in a box, but now I'm coming with it. I had to show the world that I ain't just another nigga. I'm about to invest in some stocks and see how I'm coming different. On my own way by gold. I can't lose faith no more. The devil wanna take my soul. Scars in them lines I wrote. My swag, yeah, can't be sold. I just had to find my goal. I've been dreaming since like 8 years old. I always knew that I can make shit grow and we can take shit there. Real shit is on the rise, I can feel it in the air. But it feel like a mirage, yeah, cause it ain't really there. Feel like a mirage, yeah, cause it ain't really.
Neighborhoods getting so gingered up. Boutique shops slanging all of that junk and the price is so inflated. If you ain't got the federal money, then you probably won't make it. Neighborhoods getting so gingered up. Boutique shops slanging all of that junk and the price is so inflated. If you ain't got the federal money, then you probably won't make it.
From pawn shops to privilege. We're run down corners, but cats got gunned down are now vintage. Where reverse white blankness at the stage. The every shop in the hood's like a real life Etsy page. Where they eat the gluten-free and organically. The way the rent's rising up is starting to panic me. In the city with no rent control. It's where it's less than ethical. Hit it with the eminent dough. Maine and your home turns to rubble. 80 condos in this place. None of them low income though. 3 G's a month for creative space. Should I've been making basement tapes at moms since 88. But I get it, man. This is Disneyland. The Mickeys and Minnies. All the bums and burned out gangsters kicking cans. And for those who can't afford to stay, they can move to the suburbs where the transplants were born and raised. Guess they switch places. Now we busy making hoods out of the former homes of rich races. This displacement is such a disgrace, man. Some of us lucky to steal space in my basement.
Neighborhoods getting so gingered up. Boutique shops slanging all of that junk and the price is so inflated. If you ain't got the federal money, then you probably won't make it. Neighborhoods getting so gingered up. Boutique shops slanging all of that junk and the price is so inflated. If you ain't got the federal money, then you probably won't make it.
For the 9 people. You know what I'm saying? Miss Lay in the house. That's right. Set it off.
Young Dad struck a match and the match went out. But it wasn't no more lights in the house. Check it out. Speaking of house, let's play your game of it. Are you with it? I go get it, I bet you love it, baby. I play the daddy and you can play the mama so we can get down upon the living room floor. Are you with it? I promise I won't kill it. Put the cat on the list, what should I do? Should I kill it? Yeah.
See, back in the day when we used to play, you wanted to be with me. That's right. And now that is so bright and natural out there, man, as I can see. I'm sticking in my background, picking up a hole for you to make your move. But no longer will I be your Rico. Let's play high.
Let's play high.
Let's play high. Isn't that what you want me to do with you?
You play the mama, baby. I play the dad. You play the mama and I play the dad. You played the mama and
Chris, let the motherfucker do it.
That dressed the house straight up. I'm in the shack, about to blaze up a sack. Yeah, we grown all alone, posted up in the back. There's no mistake. I can have the whole house shaking. Young Daz in that ass, baby doll, no faking. Don't get me wrong. Tell me what's the flavor of the song? You know it's Daz in your drawers when your mama ain't home. Ring the alarm, I got your buzz. Loving me, physically and mentally. I knew that it was never meant to be.
I know you know this girl by the name of Danielle. Body of a goddess, face from hell. But oh this wasn't the average trip. She got the vibe. And she like gobbling and swallowing the whole 9 1/2 on that black ass groupie. Now all the hoochies wanna do me from the past to the present. Let me rep and present the biggest nigga hitting all the hoes in your clique. Fast as lightning running through like the breeze in the summertime. Out on the corners making G's, it's the thirst. But I can show you something much worse than the thirst. If first came the worst, but first things first. Brenda, I can remember how hot y'all be getting 87, 86, and yeah, the year a young man grows. Some women become ladies, some turn into hoes. Young ho wrong, find a way to stay with me. In the cut with corrupt, come and play with me. Yeah.
No one a belly rubber dub because I back shot me love. No one a kiss, no one a hug because
Yo, you're listening to the Rick Over the Fox Streets. Thank you for tuning in. I believe that was definitely Corrupt on the last track. And my dad has a story of meeting Corrupt on airplane. That's another story. Rick,
bust that juice in my belly.
Yeah, your body ready, you feel ride and steady.
Babes, they make me watch it, just a stretch it like a tready. Hold the body, just a chill, my bumper climb, come already.
Show me say you never ready. Ride it like you're drinking couple buckle of the Henny.
Fuck me like you make me wanna grab me or a Emmy.
It's a no quarter fine and your breeze too semi.
No one a belly rubber dub because I back shot me love. No one a kiss, no one a hug because I back shot me love. That's how me pepper in a tub because I back shot me love. Me no business if it needs the match it pop on the rock.
Cause your little pussy cause a back shot your love. Coulda shave, coulda bushy, girl a back shot your love. You a bump and the body cause a back shot your love. Me be good, I go down in your good up. I
don't come out the stew unless it's a hit, bitch. Couture number 1 on your man's hit list. Bad girl thing, so mind all you are this. Arms is LeBron, I don't shoot and miss. Your nigga used to trick, Atlantic City trips. Miami on the strip, bottles popping and live. I know you liking how I live. I know you liking how I live. No one a belly rubber dub because I back shot me love. No one a kiss, no one a hug because I back shot me love. That's why me pepper in a tub because I back shot me love. Me no business if it needs the match it pop on the rock.
When you go push your little pussy cause a back shot your love. Coulda shave, coulda bushy, girl a back shot your love. You a bump and the body cause a back shot your love. Me be good, I go down in your good up.
Bust that juice in my belly.
Yeah, your body.
Skin it out like you put it in the air. Me no want me near but that ear. Push it in the air. Sit down one day, cocky like me sit down one chair.
Tell me watch it like a security. Stab it up and grip me neck when you a lick me titty. Make we fuck around the world from city to city. Me pussy fresh, smell good, me have a clean kitty. Tip and a wine slow on me to a pint. Whining on me with every muscle, every joint. Each and we stuck like twins, we conjoined. Me alone you want that's decimal pint.
Skin it out like you put it in the air. Me no want me near but that ear. Push it in the air. Sit down one day, cocky like me sit down one chair. Rock it in on me, if you broke it in on me. Broke if you broke it in on me. Broke it if you broke it, body stuck up in on me. Stuck up in on me, the body stuck up in on me.
Oh man, want good love. Now sympathize. Oh man, want good love every night. Right up. Love a girl. Caddy. Step up.
I love him.
Action.
At a bag of motor.
Sweet.
Don't be lady girl, them broke out.
Action.
At a bag of motor.
Sweet.
Don't be lady girl, them broke out.
You think you are so fine.
Big chat no work, yeah, man, watch the time.
Stop playing with my mind.
Oh man, no in a joke when she will want the wine.
You call me on the phone.
I know what I'm talking, angel, come down.
And now I want you home.
I can't Jackie, girl, me nah use no stone.
Action.
At a bag of motor.
Sweet.
Don't be made the girl, them broke out.
Action.
At a bag of motor.
Sweet.
Don't be made the girl, them broke out.
I need some action, tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction? I need some action, tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction?
Bedroom bully, she no want that, you know. She wants a man to caress her up like so. And I make love to woman like a war them a go. Woman a ball in a agony and all about. Hardcore loving man, you must be insane. Woman no want no man to make shit in pain. Sweet loving in the falling rain. Sweet loving a mix of hard brain.
Ling-a-ling-a-ling, dance silent swing. DJ Dave stuck up in the beer bomb redeem. Ling-a-ling-a-ling, gold bell a ring. Knife and fork a fine for dumpling. Booyaka for Shabba ranking. Shabba rocks disappear with another man change. So them are the done to the biz. We have the key, put the down to the key and turn them in a donkey. Yes, them are the done to the biz. We have the key, put the down to the key and turn them in a donkey. Who they think they are? Yes, they can't allow me. I am the general in the DJ army. With only I and cross all the thing. And sit all the gal them tickle fancy. And anywhere we go, y'all gone crazy. Listen, ding-a-ling-a-ling, school bell a ring, knife and fork a fine for dumpling. Booyaka for Shabba ranking disappear with your another man chin. So them are the done to the biz, we have the key. Put it down to the key and turn them in a donkey. Them are the done to the biz, we have the key. Put it down to the key and turn them in a donkey. You see, reggae dance solid comprise of wine. You see, now come your phone, girl, wine your body. You see, if you can wine, you hold your man and in Paris. You see, what beer style when you see your mate. You see, you that try just but your mate not ready. You see, your mate look like she a Bugs Bunny. You see, she a cartoon and she no ready. Get the loving, you a get the money. You see, come pop cause they full of quality. Tell a lot of girls them gone crazy. I with the great body girls them, like Jamaican girls them, and the American girls them, and the English girls them, and the Canadian girls them.
They call me Megatron, just did a telethon. He got my jealous on, and I get my jealous on. I fuck him like I miss him. He just came out of prison. Bitches be talking shit, but they ain't got a pot to piss in. My name is Nikki M. I'm in a sticky Benz. That mean it's candy apple red. I'm Barbie, this is Ken. That is a Fendi fact. I'm with 100 max. Oh, this is custom made. Donatella sent me that. Fill up, baby, fill on me. Pull up if you're feeling lonely. Fill up, baby, fill on me. Pull up if you're feeling lonely. Shots, I'm drinking. It's better when I'm drinking. I tune up when I'm drinking. Rum when I'm shots, I'm drinking. It's better when I'm drinking. I tune up when I'm drinking. Rum when I'm They call me Megatron. Shorty's a megacon. It ain't about the race either, it's the marathon. I put the squeeze on him.
Break over at the DJ Fox. DJ Fox Great. The Fox Great. Follow him right now.
Keep it coming. He ain't even dropped the addy. Trunk in the front. I need a blunt. I own my own Moscato, bitch. We getting drunk.
Meet you downstairs in the bar and her. Your rolled up sleeves in your skull t-shirt. You say, what did you do with him today? And sniff me out like I was Tanqueray. Cause you're my fella, my guy. Hand me your Stella and fly. By the time I'm out the door, you tear me down like Roger Moore. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good.
jam, Foxtail. This is my motherfucking jam right here.
It's all love, but love's got a thin line. The pun's got a big nine. Respect crime, but not when it reflect mine. The shit I'm on is wrong, but it lasts long. When the fast one upon to wake up with the stats going, I'm mad strong and my cream is fast. Smoke the green is grass. My bitch got the meanest ass and it tastes legit. I don't have to waste a whole case of Chris. All it takes is my pretty face. I'm against the wit. Lace the click, cause we all share. It's all fair, like love and war. Thug the law with the long hair. Big pun, the name that makes the kids run. Like spell the murder, reverse to the river, red rum. Come one, come more. If you wanna brawl, I'm the mighty Thor. Close line of motherfuckers like Steven Seagal. Cause all you're gonna get is your ass kicked up in the casket. That's it. That's it.
Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts. French vanilla, butter, pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched and scooped in my ice cream truck. Who tears it up?
Yo, honey dip, summertime, fine jerry dripping. Seen you with pickings with a bunch of chickens, how you clicking? I kept shooting strong notes as we got close. She rock rope, honey throat smelling like impulse. Your whole shell, baby's wicked like Nimrod. Caught me like a freshwater straw, or may I not be God? Attitude is very rude, boo. Crabby like seafood. It turns me on like Vine, CLR rule. They call me Starkey Love One. Check the strategy by any means. Shirley Temple Cross was done by Billie Jeans. Black Mrs. America, your name is Erica, right? True. Lazy apple, small piece, 6 shoe. Caramel complexion, breath smelling like cinnamon. Excuse me, honey, don't mean no harm. Turn around again. Goddamn, backyard's banging like a Benzie. If I was Jiggy, you'd be spotted like Spot McKenzie. I'm high powered, put a Dina Howard to sleep. You're parting. That bitch been on my mind all week. But back to you, Maybelline Queen. Let's make a team. You can have anything in this world except cream. So what you wanna do? What you wanna do? Let's go ahead and walk these dogs and represent who?
Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts. French vanilla, butter, pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched and scooped in my ice cream truck. Who tears it up?
Born in the ghetto, it's hard to survive. Some have achieved and many brothers try. But I realize which life to choose. I wanna make money, so I gotta pay dues. But there's no rules, and you only have one chance. If you fuck up, kid, you face the circumstance. At night, I used to scream and shout. Living in the ghetto, trying to get the hell out. So I would try as I watch my friends die. But all I could do is sit back and cry. These are feelings I'm expressing through my rhymes. I've been through hard times, so many problems on my mind. I wasn't living rich, and I also wasn't poor. I try to appreciate, but I deserve more. Yeah, Superman, superstar, give me super fat dough, like Pablo Escobar.
Star, feared by bandits, hated by chicks, loved by kids, and never did the bit. Yes, the group on me thick. Plus I don't eat beef, cause these dizzy ass niggas and chicks think shit is sweet. Yo, I work hard and hard, my man breaks it down through the cards. After that, keep it moving. Have no time to be fooling around town. Ain't it all you get down with this hype sound? The things I say to make the grown man dream.
Can we get it how we used to get it, like when Top had the red Charger? Can we get it how we used to get it, like when Top had the red Charger? Can we get it how we used to get it?
Cap on, and I got racks on. Spent 4 nights in the country I like, then take my rich ass back home. Glow so bright I can make moonlight see. This ain't like your pheromones. New one, big gun, baritone. Who won? We won. Your home. We old school like Chopper though. My old school made Dr. No. My old school made hard knock. Black on black, my coupe and strap. I ain't balling on the hard top. I told y'all to call top. Now my number call block. I don't miss like car shot. Hold up, yeah, cap on. And I got racks on. And I produce that diesel. I can put Shaq on. Hey. Nigga, your bitch don't leave you. You ain't got backbone. I don't rely on people. I just go on bread chase. Whoa, this so fucking dope. I might catch a fed case. Whoa, you ain't getting money, nigga, then you dead weight. Whoa, got the drop on them. There you go, checkmate. Whoa, we go drop on them. Y'all better play it safe. Whoa,
cap on. And I got racks on. Don't be bitter, yo, dope, they reconsider that shit be stepped on. Eastside Johnny way out that project, but then I get my rep on. Fuck yo, feeling no question, bitch, I kill it, I bring that check home. We old school like Domino, my old school make lawyers know. My old school a matchbox, black on black, bad bitch in the back, we ballin' on the hard top. Got told y'all the car top, now my number car block. We don't miss, we car shots, swerving. I pay them no mind because I curve them. She said I look way better in person. I told her I do better when I'm working. You scared motherfucker, go to churches.
Right back in this bitch, take a flick. Ho is Hannah, yeah. We on politic, money clip, like it's fashion, yeah. Me and Rocco back like flipping mattresses.
Me and Doc go back like knocking addresses.
Cap on, drum hole 30, no add on. Little man, I don't wanna go bad on. Big kids stand fold out when you lack on. You ain't no man, you a mouse in a rat hole. I hold band, hold stack, that's factual. Call Big 10 on the island, bashful.
Fuck your plan, I'ma burn that castle. Fuck that clan, I'ma burn that task force. It's big murder when I say go. How about not that bad with the black ski mask and a great big murder when I say go.
Man, I took my chance in a paint like that. Let's see how further it might go.
And it just might hurt you when I go. And my name might curse you when I go, bitch.
God we trust.
Yes, we're on. Oh my goodness, this is us. All right. Hey guys, I'm Max. I'm with the Green Room LA. This is what I look like. Yes, thank you.
Wow.
We're starting right now. This is the first time I've ever done this with headphones on, so this is what it sounds like. I don't know how my voice sounds like over the internet, but I'm sure it sounds like a 14-year-old boy. I think I've always sounded like that. I think I'm gonna always sound like a 14-year-old boy until I start coughing like my grandfather, and I just sound old, like I'm coughing up a lung, and then I turn 89, and that's it. So I'm gonna sound 14, have like a really bad cough, and then sound elderly. Cool. That's about it. Guys, that was Rick over at the Fox Crates. Please give an internet round of applause for Rick. He's been mixing it up at 7 o'clock. That was amazing. I had to Shazam it because if you were looking, I Shazammed it through my headphones because these are very, very good headphones. These headphones were provided by David over at Blue Screen Gaming, and that's where we are right now. These are very, very good headphones. And we have lights and everything. We have this foam board behind me. I sound beautiful. If you can't see, I'm gonna move the camera. We have a camera too. We have cameras and shit. We have lights, and we're rocking it here. People made me drinks and stuff. This is fucking amazing. I have to buy drinks on my old show in Venice.
Cans of wine.
Yeah, I have to buy cans of wine that I paid for. Nice wine. It is nice wine.
Hey, I got fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. In real life, if you're performing, you get 2 drinks. I feel like that's it. I feel like that's what a producer needs to do, as a producer, is to get everyone a little lit. So we had music provided by the Fox Crates. I tagged a few songs. We had one by the Hieroglyphics. I remember that. And then we had someone from the Far Side, and then that's all I remember. But I Shazammed it. I'm gonna keep them on my brain forever, and I'm gonna play them every single day because of you, Rick. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So I don't know if this is Rick's last time. I hope not. But since everything is slowly coming back, we're all going back to work, and some of us are, and Rick is one of those people's going back to work, and we want to welcome him back to society. So everyone, Rick, thank you very, very much for holding it down for these past couple weeks. I really couldn't have done without you. I just want to let you know that when we go back to Venice, that if you feel like driving all the way out with all your shit, I will help you set up, and we will have music in Venice together. These are air high fives. So thank you very much, Rick, for these past couple weeks since 420. Yes. If you guys don't listen to us on Friday, please listen to the Fox Crate. They have their own podcast during the day, during the week. They don't just do this. They have real lives too. If I don't sound okay, please let me know. That's the one thing. If I don't sound okay, please let me know. I think I sound okay.
You're good, bro. You sound perfect.
Amazing. Cool. Thank you. If for some reason something goes down over at Twitch and Facebook, please let me know, and we'll let them know because they need to know that. Again, if you're watching right now here in the Zoom. Thank you very much. If you want, we have all this going on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, and Instagram Live. I believe so. Instagram Live, yes. Also, we also have this very amazing drink provided by very amazing people. I have a favorite.
I really hope they're all paying you for all this shit.
Yeah, dude, right here.
Oh, okay.
Num rum. Yeah, Num Rum. This is Num Rum. This is definitely the guava flavored. I tossed it in the freezer for a little bit, and when we come back, when we come back in real life, we're gonna be drinking all of this together.
Not like a rape drug.
Yeah, it sounds like something crazy, but I asked them. It's just 4 ounces of rum and juice, and I like it.
Rupee.
It fucks up.
It's frozen, so I can't really drink it. But I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then we're back. And when we're back, we're gonna try it. So that's Num Rum. Thank you guys very much. They're over here in Los Angeles. If you guys want Num Rum sent to you, please go visit them on their Instagram page. Speaking of Instagram, this is all done via our social media. So please, if you like what you see, message us. Send us a tip if you haven't before at the Green Room LA. That's TheGreenRoomLA. Thank you. Stoner Rob.
Yes.
Are you ready, buddy? Do you want to take this over?
I'm ready, bro. Are you ready?
Yes, but oh shit. I told you this already, but now that you're here, I feel like I should tell everyone. I bought a candle from Stoner Rob, and I lit it to the very end because there was a gift at the very end, but I couldn't you can't like light a candle and let it go down for like 15 hours. So I just fucking dug the shit out of it. And I got a very cool dab tool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yes, all of my candles come with either pendants, fucking dab tools, carb caps, or you could get a glass coin that gets you a $200 rig.
Is that fucking crazy? Is that fucking crazy? So he hosts a show and he sells candles.
And he sells like I'm a fucking Avon lady. That's the greatest intro I've ever had, bro. Been doing comedy for a long time. I've never been introduced. This is Stoner Rob. He hosts our show and he sells candles. If anybody wants some Avon, just fucking meet him after the show.
Do you want to? I have many different versions of this intro. Do you want to hear my BBC version?
Let's do it.
Okay. Live from BBC 2. You are listening to Stoner Rob. If you do not like what you're hearing, turn the fucking station.
Hey, thank you. Matt from the Green Room, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up. You are watching the Green Room Social Distance Comedy. My name is Stoner Rob. They call me that because I collect a lot of rocks, man. No, we smoke a lot of fucking weed, bro. And we're doing this comedy to keep a lot of people entertained. Now, I know a lot of people have been shut in. I kind of fucking cheated this week, bro. My ass, once Phoenix and Scottsdale opened, I fucking hopped my ass out of fucking Cali. I went to Phoenix, or Scottsdale, actually. I was in Scottsdale for 3 days, bro, living my life. Bars are open. Restaurants are open. Fucking strip clubs are open, bro. Shit. And it's just funny to go and see, like, where they think the rules end at, because the strippers are still naked, but they're wearing masks. They're wearing fucking, I mean, like, I guess COVID isn't carried in pussy juices because, like, they're not covering up that. They got on masks, bro. They, like, their masks are bigger than their underwear. And that's fucking a fact. That is hilarious as shit. When your thong's this big, but your mask is that big, it's fucking hilarious, dog. And I mean, these people don't even give a shit. Nobody had a mask on. There's no boundaries to what they're trying to do. I went to a restaurant. The chick brings me my water. I asked, okay, she has a mask and gloves on, but then I asked for another water, and she takes my same glass and refills it, bro. So it's like everything's just defeating the purpose. And then I asked them if I could get fruit, and they said they're no longer doing fruit because of COVID. I'm like, fucking what? I didn't even know fruit carried COVID, bro.
I would just say that every single time I couldn't like provide something with someone, like, Yo, man, sorry, there's no parking in front because of COVID.
Yeah, I feel like that's exactly what it is, dog. I mean, I had to go. They opened up stores, but here's how it went. All the rich white people stores are open, okay? Because I needed to go buy a shirt, and I wanted to go to Spencer's in the mall, but Spencer's was closed. So I had to go get the same shirt I would have bought at Spencer's at Urban Outfitters for $49.95, bro. It's just a Death Row Records t-shirt. It is nothing fancy, bro. It's a fucking, I could have made it at the swap meet. It says Death Row Records. It barely fits me, bro. It feels like Abercrombie and Finch. It's fucking not, it's not comfortable at all, dog. So
but
I had to go shop
Lululemon
in high class.
But Lululemon in the Palisade is open.
What is?
Lululemon and the Palisades are open.
Oh, see, that's sick. But all the casinos in Arizona are open.
Oh,
all the casinos are, and people are going. That's my whole thing. I would never go to a casino after it's been closed for 3 months. If you think you're gonna win anything at a casino after they have been closed for 3 fucking months, bro, you are out of your fucking mind. If you watched the UFC fights this last weekend, that is totally demonstrated, bro. Like they went to decision. Those fights were so. It was what the people that know they lost. They stood there with their head down, and then they announced them the winner. And they're the most shocked face. It's like when you get announced to be on The Price is Right. You know what I mean? You're like, holy shit. Like, it was so insane, dog. Like, all these casinos are making their money back, bro, because the bets are on. They're fucking flying. Comedy's starting to book. Arizona's booking comedy again. So all you comedians out there, hit up all your Arizona contacts because they're rocking and rolling. And then I just got an email today from the Stratosphere to be on standby for next month.
So, like over in Vegas, right?
Yeah, that's in Vegas. And if you know the Stratosphere, you know if you've been in there, you probably already got something anyway. So you're pretty much safe, bro. Like, it's the fucking Stratosphere, dog. Like, you got AIDS. Are you sure? I'm HIV positive. You have AIDS. Okay? Like, that's how sure I am about that nasty place. But we love the LA Comedy Club over there. So, dude, just touring and traveling is just fucking hilarious. I love it how cops are still stopping people and giving them tickets, though, dog.
Yeah, but you've been on, like, I think since we started this on 420, I feel like you've been in a different, been in a different city every single time.
Every single time, bro. Every single fucking time. I'm living my life. I'm doing COVID coverage of 2020. And it's funny because I was in Las Vegas and I was on the Strip taking footage because there's absolutely nobody on the Strip. There's all these cops. And every time a cop would walk by me, because we had a film crew, so every time a cop would walk by me, I would just totally pretend I was a journalist, bro, from somewhere different. I'm like, this is Stoner Rob from Chicago, Illinois, reporting live in Las Vegas today on the COVID 2020 epidemic. Like, and the cops would just look at me and walk by, dog, every fucking time. We could be smoking weed, we could be drinking. I'm just like, this is Stoner Rob from Vice TV. We do drugs. And everything was just perfectly fucking normal, bro. I cheated on my diet. I went out to Arizona without my lady. Didn't cheat on my lady. Cheated on the diet, though. You know how we were talking about this whole vegan thing?
Yeah, you've been vegan for a long time.
There was no way, bro. I was like, namaste you later, bro. I fucking did not eat that shit no more. I got where there was real restaurants. I had like 18 carne asada tacos, ham, steak, and eggs. And then I fucking got way too drunk, brother. Like, I got way too excited. I feel like that's going to happen to a lot of us. We're way too excited to go out. I sat at the bar. I drank all night, which is my normal, you know. That's what I do. But every drink I had was fucking different, bro. Every single drink. So, like, I started off with a fucking Sam Adams. I went from a Sam Adams to a shot of Jose. I went from a shot of Jose to a Stella Jalisco, from a Stella Jalisco to a shot of Patron, from a shot of Patron to a fucking Bud Light some fucker bought me. And then I went from the fucking Bud Light, bro, to a antioxidant Moscow Mule, to a White Russian, to a shot of Jameson with a Coke back. And then I woke up in the middle of the night like, why does my stomach feel funny? I literally had that fucking thought. Like, come on, bro. You're a fucking idiot.
Now, can we rewind a little bit? You could buy shots of rosé.
It was rosé.
You said you got a shot of
rosé.
You said you got a shot of rosé.
Jose.
Oh, Jose. Oh, I was like, holy shit!
I thought
Like,
you were hard, bro.
I was like, you got like all this shit, and then just gets like line up a shot of rosé.
You got a daiquiri? Let's finish this shit with a fucking daiquiri. Do you have a can of wine like the Green Room in LA? Nothing makes me feel at home like a can of wine from the Green Room.
People like to spike those, and when you spike a can after you're finished, like it doesn't break as much as a crystal glass.
Spike a can? Yeah, right, dude. Your crowd recycles those motherfuckers. Ain't nobody spiking them. They're spiking them into a goddamn shopping cart. That's what the fuck you're spiking it into.
Oh, God.
Let's see if we're ready to start this show. I'm going to see if our comics are all tuned in. Looks like we got everybody. This guy, Cool Whip, he's here again. I love this dude. This dude never shows what he looks like, but he has the coolest fucking name in the world. Cool Whip, I'm assuming you're white like mayonnaise, bro. That's the only reason mayonnaise was taken. Yeah, mayonnaise was taken. He went with Cool Whip. He was like, fuck it. Either that or this one does Nas like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's like just cool whipping through life, man. Alex, are you with me? Looking for there you are. There.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Alex. We're about to start off with you, but before we do, what I do is I do this little interview style. I'm like the Stoner Rob Jimmy Kimmel up in this motherfucker. Okay, so what we do is we find out where you're calling from, a couple questions, and then I turn it over to you where you guys will have 10 minutes. So, Alex, where are you tuning in from tonight?
I'm in Hollywood.
Oh shit! What part of Hollywood? Because that's a big difference.
I'm in East Hollywood.
Okay, there you go. She's safe. She's safe. She's clean. She's COVID free, ladies and gentlemen. She's in East Hollywood. And Alex, what are you doing? Have you been out, or have you just been quarantining straight at home?
I've been just riding the Corona coaster, staying at home with my cats, getting super high with my gravity bomb.
Oh, that's how every serial killer's fucking story starts right there. I was chilling at home with my cats and my gravity bong. Oh, I love it. She has it on a handle.
Oh yeah, it's a mobile gravity bomb, so I can take it anywhere.
I feel like your grandma used to make sweet tea in that, and then you were like, you know what? No one's using this no more.
This is the only thing I got in the inheritance when she died.
Right.
I was like, all right.
She's like, I could put that to good use. Well, Alex, we're about to turn it over to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, without no further ado, the very talented Alex Brown. Give it up for her. Yeah.
Thank you. I just want to start off by saying, thank you to the Green Room LA for having me tonight, and cheers to Stoner Rob and my fellow comedians. This Namram is hitting me. It's giving me all kinds of feels. It's hitting me right in the good spot. I also want to thank my friends and family, some of them who are tuning in from the future, because I'm half English, half Filipino, and my whole family lives in the Philippines, which is 15 hours ahead right now. Whoa. It's like 11 a.m. Saturday for them. I don't normally ask this, but like this will help us determine what ethnicity Cool Whip is. If you're wearing shoes right now, you're probably white. That's it. And if you're not wearing shoes right now and you're watching me, you're probably related. So yeah, go Asians. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about my motherland, the Philippines is a beautiful archipelago made up of over 7,000 islands. We've got tropical weather, coconut trees aplenty, and like warm, welcoming people. It's basically like paradise on earth, except you can't drink the tap water, and our president is crazier than yours. For example, he's actually ordered people to be shot for breaking quarantine and leaving their house. So you think it's bad here, but actually he'll probably shoot me for saying anything bad about him. So I'm just gonna go on. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about myself. I was born in the Philippines, but I grew up all over the world because my dad worked for the United Nations. So I've lived in Asia, in Europe, in Africa, and America. I guess you could say that I had a privileged childhood and a privileged upbringing. At least that's what my maids always told me. For those of you who want to know, like my childhood was basically like having live-in versions of Postmates, TaskRabbit, Tidy, and Uber all under one house. Except our apps had names like Josie, Tess, Let, and Albert. Yeah, shout out to my maids in the Philippines. Some of you might know this about me, but as a baby, I used to wear cloth diapers. Yeah, I don't know if you know that, like, I didn't even know that disposable diapers were a thing until I moved to America and started dating older men. Huge game changer. Shout out to all my sugar daddies who are watching. Squat for subs, am I right, Twitch? No, I'm technically not an American citizen, and like you, even though I'm an immigrant and these are uncertain times at best, I'm not afraid of being deported. I figure as long as I continue to look like Trump's type, I'll be fine. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. You know, exotic looking, bottle blonde, dead inside. So dead. Why am I still single? Is the question I ask my 4 cats every day. Yeah, actually being single during this quarantine was like one of the best decisions I've ever made. Like I since the lockdown, divorce rates have skyrocketed. Also, side note, I'm so fucking lonely. Please, someone love me and touch me. I'm like dying for human contact right now. But not for not trying. I'm actually very thankful that my hands can't get me pregnant. Oh no. Oh, you guys, no, but seriously, I don't know if it's just me, but it's like it's been a special kind of torture watching my friends post about being locked up with their significant others during this time, and here I am all alone, like watching them do all this stuff together, despite despite everything being closed and everything being shut down and nothing going on, like they're still managing to do cute shit like have date night once a week. Meanwhile, my idea of date night during quarantine is using my non-dominant hand. But don't worry, I always make sure it buys me dinner first, you know. Dial Postmates, yes. Guess it's getting late tonight. No, on the plus side, quarantine has made me realize that that I'm good at a lot of things, like eating my feelings and watching people I hate make banana. Yeah, you guys know who you are. It's also taught me what I'm not good at, and that's crying quietly so the neighbors don't hear. I am getting really good at some things. Like, you know what I'm getting really good at? Masturbating using my tears as lube.
Oh, God.
If I were a Netflix movie, I'd be a tearjerker. Oh dear. The last time that I've gone this long without sex was when I was married. But no, I don't know. But like all of you, like being in quarantine has given me like a lot of time to think and reflect. For example, this time last year, I was recovering from being carjacked and kidnapped.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Don't say you were kidnapped, one of my girlfriends told me recently. Tell people you were taken, because that's far less scary. To actually choose. I don't know if you guys know this, but like a hostage situation is one of the most traumatic experiences that a person can suffer through. So why not take the edge off by making a Liam Neeson reference? It works every time. Except I wasn't even taken from some fancy apartment in Paris. No, I was taken from the Shell station in Highland Park. Yeah, it happened Saturday night at the end of March of last year after I did a show at the Ice House. And long story short, I escaped by jumping out of a speeding car, which was going 45 miles an hour. And like recently, I've been thinking that if that shit happened to me now, I don't think that I'd be able to do what I did then. Because I've been feeling like so cooped up that I would die for a change of scenery right now. Like, who knows? Maybe my kidnapper has HBO Max. You know, I wouldn't mind being locked up in some dude's basement right now if it means I could binge watch Succession. I've heard good things.
You got 2 minutes, Alex. 2 minutes.
Thank you, Stoner Rob. You know, sometimes, I don't know if it's just me, but like sometimes I just really want to be held, even if it's hostage. Sing along with me if you know this one, and I know Stoner Rob knows this one. If you're happy and you know it, it's the drugs.
Yeah. Yes.
Guys, I'm so bored right now that I'm making really bad decisions, like getting really fucked up and FaceTiming my parents, and they're actually so bored that they actually answer, which is like it's a terrible idea for everyone involved. And they're so stir crazy that they've actually started caring about my comedy. And so they're asking me questions like, have you written any new jokes lately? And I'm just, you know, usually so drunk and high enough that I'll actually tell them the truth. So last night when they asked me that question, I told them, yeah, I actually wrote this new joke. Do you want to hear it? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And I said, I'm so good with my mouth that my mother breastfed me for an extra year.
Oh my God.
No, I don't know if they liked it or not because they hung up on me and I still haven't heard from them since. So I'm gonna end with this. Like, speaking of family, like I'm just gonna end on a more serious note. Like, in the time that I've been doing comedy, I've learned a really valuable lesson, which I'm gonna share with you right now. Telling jokes is like a lot like giving blowjobs. It's always better to practice on strangers rather than on your family. But thanks for letting me practice with you guys today, and I'm gonna end by taking a hit from my grab bag.
So wait, what do you?
Yeah.
Woo!
And gentlemen, give it up for Alex Brown. Oh, and she's gonna hit that gravity. The box crate doing it big. Now, I have done amazing sets at the Ice House, but I've never done so good that people wanted to take me home after.
Yeah. I was like, I'll write jokes for you. You don't have to like.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is great. I love it. By the way, I like to focus on things in the background the whole time, guys. And I love how Alex Brown's house looks like it is just total moderate, sophisticated. But then she has the 1996 sound system in the back right there that holds like 14 discs still and shit.
It's my record player, and you know I bought the speakers separately from the.
Yeah, I know those aren't the speakers to that player. I know for sure the player says Panasonic and the speakers say Sony. I see that shit. I see you. I see you, Sony. I see what you're doing. One more time for Alex Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
All right, we are hanging strong, and right now is a great time to take a sip of your Num Rum, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Num Rum, the rum-flavored drink that comes in assorted flavors. Max is trying to drink his right now, but it is ice cold. That's right. Everybody says they like it ice cold, but that can't be true because then it would be solid. All right, so there's no way. By the end of the show, Max will get one sip out of his Num Rum. All right. Only white people like to water down alcohol. That's white people for you. All right. It's a white thing. Jonathan, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
I see you. What's going on? Jonathan, you are laying in a very sexual dominant position right now with me. What's going on? What's going on, Jonathan? Where are you tuned in from?
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, damn, all the way from North Carolina. Now, how's it going over there? Is the lockdown just as bad as it is over here in California?
Nobody heard about any COVID here. They have no idea what's going on.
Everyone's just like, what the fuck? Aren't nobody outside here?
They had to move the orgies to Lowe's because that's the only place that's still open, but shit is still happening.
Shit's still happening. Oh, yeah. And I see you're holding it down, so we're going to turn it over to you and give you your time. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from North Carolina, put your hands up, take your shirt off, and wave it over your head like a fucking helicopter. Give it up for the one and only Jonathan Green.
Thank you, thank you. This is weird because I can't really hear anybody laughing, just like my normal shows. So, I'm actually Israeli. That's the accent. I don't know if you all recognize that, but if you don't, just try to remember the last time you had to go to the mall. Like you're on a mission to get in one store, get right out there. And then you hear someone with a very sexy voice says, ma'am, some hand cream. So that's me and my people. And yeah, we recently just reopened the mall. My boss called me. He was like, hey man, we're going back to work. And I was like, work? What is that? And he was like a place where you go and you get paid. I have a Jewish boss. That doesn't sound familiar at all. So anyway, a little bit about myself. I moved to the States about 7 years ago. And the first thing I had to do when I got here is to get a car. My English wasn't that well, so I had to take another Israeli friend with me. His name is Alad, but we call him Aladdin because sometimes he get drunk and start playing with his monkey. So anyway, me and Aladdin got to the dealership, and only after I picked the car, Aladdin looked at me and he was like, Jonathan, the car is not perfect. You should walk back in there and ask for a new set of wheels. And I was like, Aladdin, it's not like Genie. You can't just ask for whatever you want. He was like, who the fuck is Genie? We're Jewish. We have to get something for free. Just walk back in there and tell him you want a new set of wheels. And I actually listened to him. So I walked back in that dealership. And again, I've got to mention, my English wasn't that well. So I walked back in there and I saw the salesman from across the room. And I said, hey, I am not going to buy this car until someone gives me a rim job. And the guy asked me if I can meet him in the back in 5 minutes. Now, I don't know if this is how you guys seal the deal here in America, but with that kind of service, dude, I go back there every 6 months. Freaking amazing. About a year ago, I decided to make a move and move to LA to pursue my dream as a comedian. But another thing that I loved about LA is that the beach is right there. And I love going to the beach because I love playing with those big inflatable beach balls, you guys call it? Well, I didn't have any, so I looked it up online. Where can I find big balls I can play with? Near me. I'm not stupid. I wasn't going to drive too far. And Google was trying to correct me. They're like, are you looking for dicks near me? And I just figured they're trying to direct me to the nearest Dick Sporting Good so I can get one of those, you know? So I clicked on it, and then I viewed the pictures. And I've got to tell you guys, the dicks in North Carolina are way bigger than the dicks in California. I guess it's because they're all owned by Asians down there or something like that. I don't know. Recently signed up to the gym, Planet Fitness, if you're familiar with that. And for those who don't know, Planet Fitness is the kind of gym that you pay $20 a month. Every time you go there, you can take a friend with you for free. And every Monday, they serve free pizza inside the gym because they know how to keep their customers happy. And then I met a girl in LA. She was kind of cute. She gave me her phone number. I asked her if she wants to go out. I texted her. And she was like, sure, let's go get something to eat. And I was like, cool, what are you doing Monday? Do you like pizza? And she was asking for something a little fancier. I said, you know what? No problem. Just let me know where you want to go, because I'm Jewish and I have to make sure they got something kosher on the menu. Guys, I don't keep kosher, but I am Jewish. I had to make sure I can afford that menu, right? So she gave me the name of the restaurant. I looked it up online, and their most expensive plate was like $30. So I was like, oh, I can afford that. So I text her back. I said, hey, I can afford it. She's like, what? I was like, they got something kosher on the menu. She said, cool, pick me up tomorrow at 8. I said, done. The next day, 8 p.m., I drove over there with my car to pick her up. She gave me a compliment for the car. I said, thank you, I just got a rim job. And then we drove off to the restaurant, and only when we got there, I realized we're in Beverly Hills. And something smelled fishy. It was a seafood restaurant. So we walked in there, we got a table, we sat down, we got a menu, and then, guys, she held my hand and she looked me straight in the eyes. And that was the moment that I realized that when I looked it up online, I was only looking at the appetizers. $350 later, I wish they could be gay. Because when you go on a date with a girl, you know that by the end of the night, you grab the check. But when you go on a date with another guy, you get to enjoy the doubt. Maybe he's going to pay, maybe I'm going to pay, maybe half and half. I don't give a shit. At least I know by the end of the night, I'm going to grab my wallet and get to do that. Are you sure? Are you sure? All right, I'm just going to give you a rim job later.
It's funny because, like, I know exactly which restaurant you're talking about. And, like, I don't know. I feel like I need to be checking to see if every single restaurant is kosher from now on.
You're welcome.
Dude, Jonathan, thank you for giving that to me.
How much time do I have left? That's all the material.
You still have 3 minutes.
3 minutes? All right. So, Alex, I don't know about your marriage, but I got a green card wife, and one time she asked me to watch her cat for like a week, and she has a black cat just like yours. Yeah, exactly the same. Max. No, that's not her cat. You're good. So, she asked me to go to her place every day to feed a cat and play with him for a minute. And I did it every single day. But about 3 days later, as I pull into her neighborhood, I realized that her black cat was laying outside on the grass. And by the way, you know what they say about black cats, right? They like to get high and listen to Jay-Z. Anyway, I realized her black cat ran out of the apartment, right? So I pick up the cat and I walk it all the way back to the apartment, and then I realized that the door is locked. So I had to put the cat down to unlock the door. As soon as I put him down, motherfucker takes off running, right? I realized I'm not gonna chase him before I unlock the door. So I open the door, I leave a crack, and through that crack, I could see her black cat sitting inside the house on the couch, rolling a blunt with a white cat. I know, it's fucked up, because it's a non-smoking facility. I recently, no, I'm sorry, I have an older sister, and I remember one time when I was younger, she walked into my room and she caught me while I was, doing my business. And she was like, ew, Jonathan, I'm telling mom. And I was like, please don't tell her, you're gonna get me in trouble. She was like, well, I'm not gonna tell her if you do. I was like, man, that's messed up. I'm 25. It was like 2 months ago, right? So she kind of left me no choice. I walked up to my mom, I was like, Mom, I have something to tell you. Sometimes when I'm browsing the internet, there are some pop-up ads. And I click on it. And my mom was like, what exactly are you watching? And I was like, well, if you really want to know, Kim K, the usual. My mom looked at me, I swear to God, she looked at me, she was like, you're not gay? With all these rim job jokes, we couldn't tell anymore. That's my time, guys. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Green. Give it
Hey,
up.
Jonathan! Jonathan!
I'm good. What? Where? Who was it?
Jesika!
Yes? Damn.
Shabbat shalom, buddy!
Shabbat shalom. That's great.
Uh-oh. It's happening, guys. They're taking over. Let's just get back to what we're supposed to do here.
But I have a grandma, an adopting grandma. She's the most redneck thing ever. Right? She asked me where am I from, and I said I'm Jewish. I was like, do you know where most Jewish people are coming from? She was like, are you from New York or something? I was like, no.
Palm Beach.
I was like, no, ma'am, I'm Israeli. I'm from Israel. She was like, when are you all going to quit bombing everywhere and chop people's heads off? I was like, are you talking about ISIS right now? She's like, ISIS? Is that your language or something? Shit is real. Shit is real in North Carolina, okay? Shit is real over here.
I'm just as bad, Jonathan, because I'm looping in like Canadian with you right now because the whole time all I could think is if I close my eyes, it sounds like I'm listening to George St. Pierre do a post-interview fight and shit. He was a good fighter. I like the way he fights. He's a good fighter.
Never been in a fight. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at how white I am.
Jonathan, thank you so much. Keep holding it down over there in North Carolina.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
I could just imagine being Israeli in North Carolina right now. People probably don't know where the fuck Jonathan's from when he walks by. They're like, what kind of language is that, boy? Someone dropped you on your goddamn head when you were little?
You asked me, what is this accent? Are you Bosnian? Are you Russian? I was like, no, I'm from Israel. Oh, okay. So you are Bosnian. I was like, what the fuck?
It's right next to Russian.
Yeah.
That's why we knocked down the wall so you guys could be friends. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep this going. That's some history for you. If you didn't know that joke, you didn't pass fucking 11th grade. All right? Jake, are you with me? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Jake. How are you doing right now?
I'm hanging in there.
Well, way to drop my fucking confidence. It's like, wow.
It's not on you. It's not on you.
Jake, where are you tuned in from tonight?
I'm tuned in from Larchmont.
Where's that at?
That's like near Koreatown. Like near Hancock Park. Is this too specific of LA neighborhoods? Is this
no, there we go. Near Koreatown. You said near Koreatown and Alex got all happy. She's like, where? What part? Is there any Filipinos over there? Don't worry, no one's gonna kidnap you. He's in Koreatown. All right, Jake, how's it going over there in Koreatown? You been locked up? Or you been going out and getting shit done?
Well, here in LA, like for the last 2 months, things have been locked down, but I go on like night drives just to feel like some sense of normalcy. It's not like I'm going anywhere.
You put a car seat in the back and make it look like you're putting the baby to sleep so it looks like you have a purpose.
Oh man, if I had kids, I'm really fucking up at this point. But no, man, it's just here's the fun thing. So I'm quarantined with a roommate that I didn't like already before the pandemic. And they're in the next room. So this will be fun to see if they pop in.
And guess what, Jake? They're watching right now. We didn't tell you. Let us what? I was trying to imagine some fucking game show like that.
Yeah.
And we have him here today. I'm Jerry. All right. We're going to start your time right now, Jake.
Yeah. If
give it to him, you got 10 minutes.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the very talented Jake Kroger, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Thank you. Like I was saying, yeah, I've been quarantined with a roommate who I wasn't really a big fan of before the pandemic. I'd actually been social distancing from them before all of this, 3 to 5 miles at all times. And then the pandemic brought us within 6 feet of each other, and I have hated every minute of it. Yeah, it's not been great. I now have gotten to the point where I don't mind the 6 feet so long as it would be 6 feet under the ground. That would be really great. That'd be awesome. For those of you worrying, thinking about killing yourself during quarantine, don't try touching your face. That doesn't work. I tried that in week 1. Is that even a thing that people are worried about right now? Touching your face? I think that, yeah, people aren't even concerned with that.
That's so good.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, it was, it sucks. It sucks. The other option I have, my parents live in LA County, and I could go see them. And, you know, the thing is, they are all Trump supporters. So I either can hang out here and deal with my roommate, who is pretty much an emotional vampire, or I could go hear right-wing conspiracy theories in exchange for groceries. So that's sort of the trade-off I kind of make on a weekly basis. I don't know about you. Yeah, apparently, according to my parents, there's going to be a vaccine in July. And that was hearing that garbage was worth some peaches. I got some peaches today.
Worth it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just don't feel bad I empty out the fridge and they spew stupid shit. Speaking of which, there is like worse right-wing things that you could watch than Fox News, as I found. My dad, he watches a thing called His Channel. And this would be normally the time where I'd say, is anyone familiar with that? If there was a real crowd. And yeah, Max is shaking his head. Yeah, I'm glad you don't know what it is, because it's a web newscast that goes daily. And it's called His Channel because it's his channel.
Like God?
Oh, Alex knows what it is? Man, it is no joke. It is a Christian take on the news. That is their tagline. I guess I prematurely spoke. It said no joke. It is the joke. It's a Christian take on the news. What the fuck do you need that for? And in fairness, it would be really great if that was just covering like missionary support to like places that needed it. But no, they're basically going verse by verse in Revelation and trying to compare it to now. That is what happens, and my dad gives them $100 every month. So, yeah, it's a real great situation I have in quarantine. I truly do hate it. I was a person that went out 7 nights a week doing comedy. I don't know if you guys know the Comedy Bureau. It's a LA comedy news thing institution. I created it. I run it. I've been doing that for almost a decade, and like part of that, it was going out all the time, and now that has been stolen away from me. And I don't know. I've gotten to the point where I hate how good at cooking I've gotten. Is that a weird thing that anyone has discovered? I'm like, I can throw together a pretty decent vegetarian meal in under 20 minutes. That's pretty great. Another thing about quarantine, the way that it started out for me, week 1, there's this great podcast called Get Rich Nick, and it's all about, you know, like getting rich through like the gig economy or apps or whatnot, hosted by 2 great comedians. And during the first week of lockdown, they had the special episode where, like, you know, basically what's going to happen, all the jobs disappear, all this. And did anybody in week 1 of quarantine get name checked on a podcast, and name checked in a way where they're like, oh yeah, Jake, he's fucked? Did that happen to anybody? Because that happened to me. It's a weird thing to hear you get referenced on a podcast as you're listening, and then hear your name be referenced into being fucked.
But you get referenced a lot nowadays, right? Like I feel like I look at something that you do every week.
That's very nice. Thank you. But normally in a positive context, not in a way where it's like, oh, Jake, the guy who runs the Comedy Bureau and he covers live comedy. Yeah, he is screwed in the Corona coaster, I guess. So many nicknames for this time. One that I've been hearing that I really hate is Quar. Have people heard be called Quar? I know that people are looking for any sort of sense of comfort, and they want to give some slang to the quarantine, but goddamn, that is really annoying. Quar. It's a terrible time, huh?
I said people are gonna think it came from the band Guar.
Guar. Yeah. I mean, if they even know who that is anymore. I mean, kids these days. And I just said kids these days. I never thought I would even say that.
Kids these days.
Oh yeah. It's movie theaters aren't open here in LA yet, and who knows when they're going to reopen. Here's my suggestion for that. We watch movies in installments at Jiffy Lube, because that's a place you can go and you can sit inside. And it is a great way to watch movies that you probably wouldn't have gotten to otherwise. That's my my solution to it. I mean, when are you going to really watch Schindler's List or, Gone with the Wind or Spartacus? Or, I mean, all of this, I know it sounds really weird. All of this is stemming from every time I go to Jiffy Lube, all they have playing is Duck Dynasty. They just have episodes of Duck Dynasty playing. And I can't stand it. I'm not normally one who decries like how bad reality TV is and it's the end of society. I don't think it is, but there was an episode of Duck Dynasty that was playing when I was at Jiffy Lube. The whole episode was that there was a warehouse that was full of stuff and they had to empty it, and then they didn't because there was a ping pong table. End of episode. And I just want better programming at Jiffy Lube. And if it takes a pandemic to show movies there, sure. Who cares? Yeah.
You got 2 minutes, Jake.
2 minutes? Great.
2 minutes, my friend.
Great. This will be tragic to the entire room. So I'm not a person that partakes in getting high. It's not my thing. But one of the last shows I did where I got a swag bag was a weed show, and I got like a whole flower, like a cannabis flower, and a bunch of other stuff, and it just sat in my room for months. And then this quarantine happened, and I'm like, well, no better time than now to give it a shot. Mm-hmm. So I got a bowl, I got a grinder, and 3 different times I tried smoking a bowl, didn't get high. And then they came with some weed infused oil, and I tried that once with like a recommended dosage on the bottle, and on a grilled cheese sandwich. And then I made some nachos with twice the dosage because neither one of them worked. I couldn't get high in quarantine. I guess that will be the name of a solo show that I do. Yeah, that is the true tragedy of these 2 months, is unable to get lit. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to get high. And also I'm going to take a break because I feel like if I go down this path, I'm just going to it might go too far. I don't want to jump to dabs. I think that might be.
You don't say that, all right? I'm going to come over there right now on an intervention for you.
Yeah?
I'm going to bring you some weed. I'll be there in 20 minutes, Jake.
Thanks, man. I think that is going to do it for me, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Give it up for Jake Kroger one more time. Hey, some people do need to stop smoking weed. You want me to tell you some shit that's happened? Okay, because me and my lady, like, I do a bunch of shit in the cannabis industry. And she does a bunch of shit in the cannabis industry. We basically do like the same thing, just represent different companies and make commercials. You want me to tell you how stupid and stoner my last week went, Max?
Go for it.
Here's what the fuck happens, man. First, we rent one of those Metro LA bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We get separated. I'm like, just meet me at the room. She doesn't know you have to lock them back up. So yesterday, I get hit with a $500 lost bike fee. And she left it out front of the hotel and someone jacked it. So I got some bum riding around in class on my Metro bike. That's mine, bro. So if anybody's out there and sees LA Metro bike 0042032419, you let Stoner Rob know, because I'm coming to fuck someone up. And then it's not even over. It's not even over, bro. So then we rent a car, and I keep telling her, hey, extend it one more day, extend it. And then I finally go, just let me know. I'm going to be in Arizona. Let me know when I'm supposed to turn it back in. So then my dumb high ass today goes, hey, how long do I have the car for? When am I supposed to turn it back in? She goes, what the fuck? You still have that car? My bill is like $1,500. I gotta bought this fucking Hyundai Elantra.
Dude, they probably reported your car stolen.
Dude, they're like, these guys are taking bikes. They're taking cars. They don't give a fuck what they do in this life, bro.
Dude, do you know what you need to do for next time?
What?
For work, sometimes I rent a U-Haul. Like, I was on Ventura Boulevard and someone took off the mirror, and I returned the U-Haul, and I was like, yo, man, someone took off your mirror, and they didn't even come out to look at it. They're like, so what do you want us to do about it? I'm like, there's no mirror on it. Like call my insurance. Like, I call their insurance. Like, we had this interaction, and like, I never had some follow-up or anything. It's been 2 years.
They're just like, fuck it, bro. It's a U-Haul. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, they just sold all the other parts, and they just kind of like wrote it off or something.
So your advice to me is to dip around LA in a U-Haul instead of a rental car?
Always. Don't even own a car. Just rent a U-Haul, and then you have like all that trunk space, and then tell them that they got stolen or totaled, and they'll be like, whatever. It's the one
like
on Venice.
RV. It's like a tour bus. It's up to you what size your tour bus is, you know?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right. Amanda, are you with me?
I think so. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Hi.
I mean, this epidemic has really shown how, like, us comedians really need to do comedy, because we couldn't do any clerical work. We're like, is the sound on this thing?
It's been super painful, especially because I'm all the way over in New York. And so I'm like,
ooh.
What part of New York? Not to brag, humble brag, Brooklyn, please.
Oh,
but,
Brooklyn. She's like, we've been on lockdown, motherfucker. We've been on lockdown.
That was the main thing I've been thinking with everyone's sets, like the way that like Rob was talking about it, like especially with Arizona and Scottsdale and stuff. I didn't know it was that lax everywhere else. We're like fucking locked up toit over here.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, you're from the Bronx though. You kind of stay inside. You're like, fuck that shit. All right, let's get into your time, Amanda. But I'm gonna give her the proper introduction, ladies and gentlemen. She has been featured in Women in Comedy Festival and Carolinas on Broadway. I want you to give it up for the very hilarious Amanda Hurley, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Amanda.
Thank you. Oh, nice. Oh, that's fun. This is so
Some
official.
New York stuff.
Yeah, I know, and I understand this is supposed to be like a kind of a weed-based show, right, Rob?
Yes, yep. It is the green room.
I've never been a weed smoker before quarantine, but I will partake to begin this, if I may.
Yes. Dude, I love that Max created a show that just gets people hooked on drugs.
Yeah, it's going to be really funny watching me try and light it because I miss the bowl every time. Okay, all right.
Do it. Max created a gateway show for comics.
It would be a gateway show if I wasn't already like deeply addicted to harder drugs. Then yes, for sure. Because that's been the main change during quarantine for me. Like I did something during quarantine that I'm like not proud of, but I do think it defines who I am as a person now. During quarantine, I did cocaine off of my e-cigarette. And now I'm legally a DJ.
Classy.
Mhm. Ready for all those super sweet 16s after this all rolls over. Yeah, like during quarantine, the only thing that I did when I was high that I thought was funny, and I realized after I put it in my phone that it wasn't funny, I was like, what if I did an impression of like a super horny vampire? And they were like, I want to suck your dick. So good. So that's why I'm not doing that one. I was a bartender before this. I don't know how many people like on this have been like out of work for this, or if they're still able to work from home, or how it's working over there. Yeah, Max is up, tight. Bartender, not so much, like especially over here, like it's not happening. And it's been so long that I've gotten to the point where I actually miss bartending, which is a buck wild sentence to say. Like one of the last times I was bartending, I had this girl come up to me and she told me that she's really jealous that I work at a bar where I like don't have to look hot.
Oh my God.
Damn. So I unhinged my jaw and I swallowed her whole. That was a rough one. I also, like, a week before the bars closed, I was like trying to make a connection with like a new person that I wanted to be a regular, and we were like chatting it up, very normal. And I was like commenting on his tattoos, and I saw that he had a Jean-Luc Picard tattoo, and I was like, oh, you must be super excited about like Picard coming out and all that stuff. Like, have you been watching it and everything? And he said, that's a tattoo of the Dalai Lama. So I was like, shots? I don't know. I've been like quarantined. I think Jake was talking about being quarantined, which I think was a baller move. Talking about your roommate right in the next room is a power play for sure. I loved it very much, and I hope you didn't have headphones in. I've been quarantined with my boyfriend at his place, and he is an older gentleman. He's in his late 30s. I'm obviously like freshly 23. No, but there is an age gap there. And like people like make comments about it, you know, they'll be like, oh, you must have daddy issues. And like, it's just super frustrating because it's like, I'm not dating an older man because I have daddy issues. Like, I'm dating an older man because I'm very tired. And he has to nap every day or he'll die. He's so close to death, you guys. It's amazing, and I love it. He also has this weird thing where like, and like, I think we all have it. We're like all very afraid of like targeted advertising, especially right now when we're all at home, where you're like phones listening to what you're ordering, like, and then you're getting these targeted ads back, and that totally makes sense. But like, I also feel like the technology isn't there yet for us to actually be concerned. Like every time I get a targeted ad, it's always like, oh, we see that you recently bought a vacuum. Would you possibly be interested in another vacuum? But they haven't figured out, like, there's still machines. They don't know what stoplights look like. That's why we're able to do everything online. It's great. I'm trying to do some new quarantine stuff, guys. Fuck it all to hell. Rob was talking about Arizona. That's where my mom is, and she's like super freaked out about, I don't know if everyone else is like further separated from their parents. She's very freaked out about me being like out in New York, and like my mother and I are very close. Like, I feel comfortable saying like my mom is one of my best friends. And like she came out to visit like a little bit before all of this happened, and we did like all of that like the montage-y stuff that you do when your parents come to visit, where you're just like walking around and you're just like, I don't know, this is tall brunch, like that's the whole thing. But like we also did something very cute, which is we got matching mother-daughter tattoos, which is very precious. It's also incredibly white trash. It's very white trash, but it's not the most white trash thing we've done, which years before that, the most white trash thing we've done is that we have previously gotten our belly buttons pierced together. Because my dog died. That's the 100% true story. It's true. My dog died, and I was like super sad about it. But it was like an 18-year-old dog, and it was like time. But my mom is a therapist. Not that good because I'm doing this right now, but she was licensed. And at the time she was like, she was really excited to like have a solution for it. And she was like, oh, I know what to do about this. I read about this. You know, we have to create a new experience. That way, you know, this time every year, you're not thinking about the dog dying, you know? You're thinking about that fun time you and your mother bedazzled your navels together. Which is like, honestly, it's not a bad idea in theory, but like what actually ended up happening is like now whenever I look at my belly button ring, I think about my dead dog. Serenity. That was her name. My mom's in AA.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like we have like the belly button ring and the mother-daughter tattoo. It's like, it's almost as though my mom has a white trash punch card that like I don't know about. And like once we get to 10 punches, we get like a free jet ski and a stepdad named Roy. Roy has a ponytail.
Good 2 minutes, Amanda.
Okay, fantastic. I will do, I don't know if this will land with so many LA people, but we'll try. This is my favorite joke, and it's like, I've been thinking about it a lot because I've been stuck inside and not taking the subway, but it is a subway joke, so buckle the fuck up for the hack. But it is a subway joke, but it is my favorite thing that's happened since I moved to New York, and it's like fulfilled my like belief in the city, made me stay here a little longer. I was standing on the subway platform waiting for the train to come, and I saw the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I saw a clown that was running late. So I don't know, here, I'm gonna do this for you, because I don't know if you can picture this, but like, if you're picturing something, that's fucking it. Like, you got it. It was like full clown get up, clown shoes, clown makeup, fucker had a banana suitcase. And he was just like booking it down the platform, like, woo! And it made me so happy in that moment, because I realized like, no matter how bad my life gets, like if I'm late for my 3 o'clock, it's not fucking Daniel's 8-year-old birthday party. You know what I'm saying? But then I thought about it again and I was like, no, like this is New York City. Like homie's probably not even a clown. He just has a suitcase full of like dildos and ham sandwiches, just like living his. And that's it. All I wanted was for Willie to laugh at that. I have him on my screen specifically because he has his mic off, but I can see that he was laughing, and that's all that matters.
Dude, the funny part about that joke is Willie's a clown.
Is that true?
No, he's not.
I ain't no damn clown.
I was like, what?
Willie, you were just giving me life through that whole set, because I just had it set to like 4 people I could see, and one of them was like Max checking his phone and making sure the show was running well, and another one is an empty DJ booth, and there was you, and I was like, I'm just honed in. So thank you.
I loved it.
That's so awesome. Are you drinking alcohol?
Almost all the time, but yes, yeah, this is margarita.
So amazing. I think my favorite part of that whole set right there, Amanda, was when she said, "Serenity now," and then she goes, "My mom's in AA." Like, just it's the greatest tagline ever. Hashtag my mom's in AA. It just could explain it. I feel like you could get away with any shit you want. Like, you just walk into the liquor store, take everything. The guy's like, "Hey, what do you do?" And you turn around dead serious. "My mom's in AA." They're like, "Oh, go. We get it." We get it. One more time for Amanda Early, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, give it up for her.
You want to hear some real white trash stuff, Stoner Rob?
Always, Max.
So I know Amanda from college, and we graffitied our names all across Tucson.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Mm-hmm. And you know, we graffitied our names all across Tucson, and the funny thing about that is
Tucson, Arizona?
Yeah, Tucson, Arizona.
So 7 people have seen your graffiti in the history of life.
And the crazy thing about that, and it's still up there. It's been like 10 years.
Wait, really?
It's still up. No one's painted over it.
Because nobody's seen it, bro. Nobody's seen it. It's Tucson, Arizona, dog. I bet you did all proper too, with proper grammar and shit and commas.
Yeah.
So Max, comma, was here. Make sure you guys take a breath. Make sure you take a breath, and Max was here.
You know, got it. Shout out to that education at U of A. Speaking of Amanda, that tapestry in the background that's from U of A too, right?
No, it's like so before, this is a little like behind the scenes stuff. Before I got to this house, I was like freaking out because I couldn't get my audio and video to work. This is my friend's tapestry. So no, I wish it was. It does look like it is.
Yeah, the same one. Definitely have the same one. Cool. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Max. Thanks for fucking putting the show there. Anyone else want to talk about having the same fucking tapestry as Max? This is like white people discussions 101 right here. This is what Max sits around and talks about with cats on his lap and shit. Max and Carol Baskins talking about tapestries. Ian, are you in?
What's up, Rob? How's it going?
I'm doing good. Ian, where are you tuned in from? Are you in Brooklyn too?
I'm coming at you from Brooklyn, New York, dude.
Oh shit! Are you in the other fucking room? Are you the house of man? Is that your tapestry? Is that your tapestry?
It's my tapestry. I have to admit it, sadly.
2 people coming live from Brooklyn. So how are you holding up out there, Ian? You holding up good?
Pretty good. I think the biggest change I've seen is like most people stay inside. So the people who are outside are just the New York crazy people, which has been really entertaining.
Was there like a big deal for Biggie Smalls' birthday 2 days ago over there in Brooklyn? Like, did they make a big deal of it? Is there like a fucking parade and shit?
Yeah, they made it. I think they made a pretty big deal about it, but not in my very, very white neighborhood.
You guys spelt it wrong. Biggie Smalls, Biggysmalls.
Right, you have to spell it correctly, of course.
Big Y, because he was. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, tuned in all the way from Brooklyn. You know him best from Earwolf Presents podcast, and you can check him out on Spotify right now with his new hit, Nasty. So let's turn it over and give it up for the one and only Ian Lockwood.
Woo! Thank you guys for having me. Okay, so my thing is I do comedy pop music, like Ariana Grande shit, and it's really tight. I'm going to, that's on Spotify, but I'm going to do some acoustics for you guys on my beautiful little ukulele. So here it goes. This first song I'm going to do for you. This one's sort of about like the perfect man, like my dream guy. Just sort of wrote a song about it. So here it goes. Wait, how does it start? All right. I want a strong man. I want a wrong man. I want to love you so good, put it in a song, man. I want a thick guy. I want a slick guy. I want a can't believe how big and fat his heart guy. But who's that? Oh, I totally messed the key up. Wait, where is it? Hold on. Wait. Let me start this over. One sec. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. It's late. It's 12:15 a.m. here. Okay, guys. Okay. But who's that guy who can do all that? Well, he wears a shell and it's on his back. I'm talking about Bowser. Yeah, I'm horny for Bowser from the Super Mario series of video games. Call me obsessed. Well, you tried your best, but you're not gonna stop me from getting in that turtle's nest. He loves to party, play tennis. You know that he's a menace. Yeah, he drives me wild. I'm talking about Bowser. Yeah, I'm horny for Bowser, and I'm never ever going to apologize. We can forget Peach. Yeah, Mario, who? The only thing that matters, baby, it's me and you. I'm a great co-parent to Bowser Jr. We put him in child therapy, now he's cured. And when we make love, this'll make you blush. How he works those horns, well, it's such a rush. I'm talking about Bowser. Yeah, I'm horny for Bowser from the Super Mario series of video games. Oh yeah, he took me. Yeah, he kidnapped my heart, and then he did things to my body that I shouldn't impart. Oh yeah, he's 6 Goombas tall, and he's 4 of them wide. I call him Daddy. I'm talking about Bowser. Yeah, I'm horny for Bowser, and I'm never ever going to apologize. About 5 years into our marriage, we fall on rough financial times. At one point, there's physical violence on both sides. Bowser Jr. sees we're both to blame. We cry all night. I say his name, Bowser. We're stronger than ever. He makes me hotter and wetter, yeah. Bowser from Nintendo makes me horny as hell. I'm talking about Bowser. Yeah, I'm horny for Bowser from the Super Mario series of video games. We grow old together. I knit Bowser a sweater, and life gets better and better. And one night we fall asleep in each other's arms, and we never wake up. I'm talking about Bowser. Yeah, I'm horny for Bowser, and I'm never ever going to apologize. Thank you guys.
I like the domestic violence in it. That was
Yeah, well, but here's the thing, it was on both sides, you know, it was toxic on both sides. We got it figured out in therapy, so like it's all good. Okay, I'm gonna do one more song for you guys. This one's a real club banger, but I actually wrote it and finished it in quarantine and then put it out on Spotify. So I had never done it acoustically, so I had to figure it out for tonight. But we got it. We're there. So this song is called "The Club." We're going out tonight. We're gonna make this club our own. Forget all the bullshit, the weekend is ours, and I ain't gonna go home alone. We stroll up to the club. We stroll right past the tether balls. No thanks. We open the doors and the heads start to turn as we grab a private desk near the wall. The lights fluorescent, the people are young, and through his khakis the DJ is hung. The music is off and the chalkboard is lit, and I think that this might be a school. I don't think that this is the club. I think we assumed a lot. Yeah, I don't think that this is the club. I wish it was, it's not. Yeah, we should go. I think we just broke the law. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the trouble. Sorry for all the trouble. The night's still young. I'm not going home alone. Yeah, we're gonna go to the club. Yeah, we're gonna go to the club. Okay, now here's the club. You know I'm looking like a dream. The party is wet and the swimsuits are hot, and I'm loving the scent of chlorine. Damn it, we try another club. Yeah, you can see the laser lights. We're dancing and we're getting shushed because this is a laser light show at an observatory. The bars are iron, K, this is a jail. I'm trying my best, but it's to no avail. Now this one's the club, you can tell by the crack in the Liberty Bell. This is the Liberty Bell. I don't think that this is the club. I think we assumed a lot. Yeah, I don't think that this is the club. I wish it was, it's not. Yeah, we should go. I think we just broke the law. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the trouble. Sorry for all the trouble. The night's still young. I'm not going home alone. Yeah, we're gonna go to the club. Yeah, we're gonna go to the club. No, this ain't the club. 'Cause now we're in a sub. And a Navy SEAL is handing me a gun. Oh, I wish that this Monday would never come. They're giving me night vision goggles. They say we're gonna go at 0300, living for the weekend. I start seeing blood red, tactically efficient, and I black out and I come to in a compound that we infiltrated, and I'm holding a dismembered man's head. Oh, take a picture to confirm the kill. And that's when it occurs to me that definitely this isn't the club. Oh, I think we assumed a lot. No, I don't think. I think I'm a sleeper agent. Yeah, we should go. I think we just broke the law. I can't recall any details about my life or job. Where do I live? Club. The night's still young. I'm not going home alone. Yeah, we're gonna go to the club. Yeah, we're gonna go to the club. Thanks, guys.
Yes. Ian Lockwood, ladies. Ian, tell me you have a music video for that coming up.
Oh, I just came out with a music video for that, and I did like 15 copies of me on a green screen. You have to check it out. Ian Lockwood, The Club on YouTube. It's so
dude,
fun.
That's a definite. I'm sharing that. That's got to be.
Yes, dude, I'll send it to you.
Yes, please do. Give it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for Ian Lockwood. Yes.
Thanks, y'all.
Yes, that was great. We are hanging in strong. That was great. A musical performance in the middle. And right now is a thirst performance. You guys need to thirst up right now. Quench your thirst, actually, with some Num Rum. That's right. The Num Rum comes in all sorts of different flavors. Max's favorite flavor, pink. Willie Mac drinking some Num Rum over there.
Give me some
mixed with
more.
Alizé and fucking Hennessy and shit. That fool's got, look at, his favorite flavor, green. And we're gonna get it. No, they come in great flavors: guava, watermelon, grape, and etc. Etc. is my favorite flavor. It's like a tropical berry twist. It's called etc. All right, we're gonna keep this right on moving.
Actually, can I kind of know really quick?
Yeah, you can, Max. You already did.
Yeah,
you're gonna ask something.
Ian and I went to high school together. Isn't that crazy shit?
Did you go to like school with every comic on the fucking roster today? Or what?
Yeah, that's the theme.
I went to school in LA, and like people don't drift that far, you know?
Well, he did, because he's
I'm in Brooklyn, yeah.
Yeah, he's straight up in Brooklyn. I don't know, like we all did theater and stuff together, like.
And Amanda's in Brooklyn. It seems like everyone that went to school with you had to get the fuck away from you, bro. The furthest state they could away from Max. They're like, holy shit! I went to college with this dude Max, and then she ran into fucking to Ian and was like, hey, at a comedy club, she's like, I used to go to college with this weird kid Max. So no way. Does he do the Green Room LA now? Because I went to high school with this weird little fucker. That's why I moved out here. And she was like, me too.
Yeah, I'll only do the show if we could do it during a pandemic if it's via live stream. Only if during a pandemic, though.
Only if I could be in New York and you're in California. That's the only thing. Now, I will work with Max. He's a toucher. He is a toucher. All right. He's touching me right now. We're in the same room. It just doesn't look like it. With his foot. All right. Here we go. Jessica, are you tuned in with me?
Oh shit! Yay! What's up, Stoner Rob?
What's going on, Jessica? Jessica is the best cardio of the show and by far the most professional. She has like a whole screen she's just been standing in front of. Have you been standing or are you sitting?
At a certain point, I fucking took a squat, caught the squat because I was like, yo, this is some bullshit. I got my legs.
I was like, damn, you got discipline, girl. She's just sitting
I was trying to
I
get down. I was like, okay, my legs is weak. I'm getting older. You know, I can't, fuck this.
I will take this. All right. Oh, I accidentally. Okay, Jess, we're gonna get back to you. I skipped a comic on accident.
Okay,
Johnny,
no
are you with me? So, Jessica, you're gonna have to keep standing. Just keep standing there. Set the record. You got this. I'm helping your cardio. I'm your fucking coach for the day. And you just stand against the wall for 10 more minutes. We got this. Johnny, are you with me?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect, bro. Look at Johnny's the complete opposite. He has the most comfortable chair on the whole goddamn fucking podcast right now. Look at he's fucking set for life.
There's like a gamer chair. There's like the nerdiest fucking chair in the world.
It does look like a gamer chair.
This chair dries up so much pussy. No woman who ever comes back is like, yeah.
It's a pussy.
I want that. This is not like chair sex. Like I can't do chair sex on this. You know how annoying that is? when you're in the moment and the chair just isn't working for you and you got to be like time out. Okay, we got to move. We got to go to the floor.
Yeah, we got
like when you gotta stop sex for comfort, it's not going well. That's how you know you're not doing good. You're not good at the sex part. You're just
yes.
You're good at everything that leads up, but like the actual sex part, you have to admit to yourself, I should have kept that making out.
Right.
Where you just been a making out person.
Where you at, Johnny?
Lincoln Heights in the ghetto. If you guys hear gunshots, it's not at me, but it's in the neighborhood.
Shit. This was Lincoln Heights. Fuck yeah, that's what's up. That's why you have to have a Cheech mustache in Lincoln Heights.
Oh man, this is like a quarantine mustache. This is something like because my dad's a cholo, so these are his cholo genes coming out.
Now, Johnny, how do you pronounce your last name for me?
Oh, Roque.
Roque. Okay, I could do that. So we're gonna get into it right now, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Lincoln Heights. All right, give it up for the very talented, the very comfortable, the very funny Johnny Roque.
Yes. Hey guys, the Fox Crate, best DJ. This guy fucking is, my God, there was only like 3 people hanging out at 7 and you had all of us dancing. It felt like a good ass party. Thanks, dude. Best DJ. I hate when there's a shitty DJ because there's no way to tell them. Every DJ thinks they're amazing, but there's that one guy who's just playing that chicken song at the wedding and he's just like, I can't wait to make it big. I can't wait to make it big one day. And I was like, God damn, dude, you gotta stop. You gotta, like, that's the hardest part when you gotta tell people to quit their dreams. It's so easy to tell people to live their dreams because everyone gets excited about that. When you tell people, hey, you gotta quit that dream, they get mad at you. They're angry because they don't have talent. It's just like, I didn't do this. God did this to you, not me. It's like when poor people try to play the lottery. It's like, what? Now you think you're gonna get lucky? Now, like in your entire life, you think $1 is gonna change like that. Yeah, let's go try on some glass slippers, Cinderella. Let's fucking see how this works out. Because that's the thing about America. We're gonna convince all the poor people you can be rich too. And then like no, we can't. Not like that rich. Not that like for me, rich is having like a 3-bedroom house. If fucking Jeff Bezos had a 3-bedroom house, he would instantly murder people in that house because why live after that? He's the richest man in the world. He is the richest man in the world. He got divorced and was still the richest man in the world. Like, that's a flex. That is a flex on the entire world if you need one. If you're just like, hey, guess how much money I have? I left my wife and I still have more money than everyone. It's like, holy shit. I'm mad because I didn't expect Jeff Bezos to be this rich ever. He sold books. He sold books in a warehouse. This wasn't a thing. Like, that's how I know the generation that raised us was the dumbest motherfuckers ever. Because everyone that saw Jeff Bezos selling books in a warehouse was like, this piece of shit. He thinks he's onto something. No, we're going to make tires. We're making tires. And fucking cut 15 years later, he has slaves. Yeah, sure, they're like they're warehouse workers, but I know a slave when I see one. When you get jumpy because you're late to lunch, that's a slave. That's a slave. When you're just like, oh my God, I didn't finish my sandwich fast enough. That's a slave. That's how we're living. It's the worst. Like I can't. It sucks when you have to support someone else's dream and you don't believe in it. You're just like, oh man, yeah. No, we're gonna be the #1 stereo salespeople in West LA. Can I have an extra 15 minutes, please? Oh man, I hate that people love their job. I don't understand how people can just love their job that much. To be like, I'm on unemployment because like the entire country closed down, and I was a comedian before this. So like they just give me money now, and I'm like, God damn, this was like the best choice I've ever made. This was worth eating bologna and bologna sandwiches. That was the worst part. I miss those. A vegan? It's weird being a vegan because everyone hates your food instantly. Everyone hates your food. They hate your face. They hate what you're like. As soon as I tell people I'm a vegan, they're like, that's probably not healthy for you. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you, lady at grocery store, who is definitely in a walker for a reason. Like, I know I'm probably not the healthiest person, but I used to be 230 pounds. Okay? I used to be 230. I don't fat shame people. I fat observe. I'm just like, oh yeah, man. I used to eat like that. Worse with extra cheese. Like I used to be the fat guy who would ask, are you gonna finish that before you're even done? Like when they put it on the plate, hey, are you gonna finish all of that? That looks kind of big for you. I can do that for you. It's like that was my level of fat. It was rude fat. Like I was the type of fat that wouldn't move out the way if I was on a sidewalk. I was that fat guy who was just like, nah, this is my space. Like I was the fat guy who would like be like, oh yeah, I understand, but like you can't charge me twice for 2 seats. I fit in one. That was me. Like it was weird. It was weird like weirdest thing when I was a fat dude was getting in shape. It was like I'd go to the gym and there'd be 2 types of like reactions I'd get. I'd either get people being like, holy shit, look at that guy. Oh man, he doesn't know what he's doing. And then I'd get the other reaction of like, good for him. He's trying. Good for him. Nah, you keep it up there. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks because like, I feel like being fat wasn't the worst part about my life. The worst part was definitely being poor. Like I grew up poor as shit. I know I was poor because like they made us wear uniforms. Like for school. Instead of helping us not be poor, they just made us like dress it up. They just made us hide our poorness. That's how we know. Like it was like, holy shit, everyone is wearing shirts from 1991. How do we fix this? You know what? You have to wear white polo t-shirts. That's how we fix this shit. And I knew like it sucked being poor because like I didn't know that I was poor. I thought I was just Mexican. That's all. I didn't notice there was no towel signs in my neighborhood. We were all poor. I thought I was like, oh nah. Like I don't know, I had things that other kids didn't have, so I wasn't like the poorest. Like I had a dad. That was awesome. Who was my dad? It was like not my mom didn't have to trick him into staying. Like he was my dad and he raised me. It was cool. Like I'd take him to show and tell. I would be like, hey everybody, this is what happens when someone loves you and they want to raise you right. It was the best. It was the best having a dad. I would play catch with him. Like I have to say this because not everyone had a dad. And it's sad because those people became men at age 12. All my friends who didn't have a dad were instantly the man of the house when they went through puberty. I don't know why their mom just like, hey, guess what? You get to make decisions now. Should we get cable? All my friends, they had like a second job. Most of the time it was drug dealing. Yeah, most of the time, but like other times, like they worked at supermarkets and drug dealed. Like they had all my friends at 14. I'm just like, shit, not having a dad really prepares you for life. It really prepares you. I know I'm asking my dad for 20s till this day. Every time I'm just like, hey dad, give me a hug. You got 20 bucks I can borrow? Because he loves me. I don't feel judged by him. I know I could tell him I murdered somebody and he'd be cool with it. And you know, the guys who didn't have dads don't know that feeling, and that's why they're always angry. That's why those guys didn't have that like, love that you need growing up as a child. It's weird like that. I don't know, people are afraid to go to war. Like we're going to war with China. Like, I don't know why people are afraid to go to war with China. Like, anything from China doesn't last longer than 2 weeks. We'll be fine. If you go to war with China, they're going to return that war within like 8 days before the warranty's out. Like, I'm afraid to go to war with Japan. Japan will fuck us up easy. Like, I have a Mazda. My Mazda has been in 5 car accidents. It is 2 inches shorter than when I bought it. And it is still running like a fucking champ. If you go to war with Japan, we're done. Japan has Gundam wings. They have robots we don't even know about. I'm pretty sure I fucked a Japanese robot last weekend. I swear to God it was. Like at the end of it, she dispensed coins. But I don't know if it was anything different. Man, I miss that joke isn't true because we've been in quarantine for fucking ever. I didn't get like how long we were gonna be there. Like they told us, hey, wait till the 15th, and then we got a plan. And now it's the 15th, and I was like, what's gonna happen? Oh, we're just gonna stay in the house more. I was like, this is the most ghetto plan I've ever fucking heard. This is the most ghetto shit. Oh, like wait till the 15th? Why? Because that's when the check is coming, Mom? Huh? We have to sit on our hands until another plan happens? Like, I don't get how everyone's not mad. Like at this moment, we should all just be fucking sponsoring the purge. At this moment, we should all just be like, oh, cool. We're down to survivors and not survivors. We have a president that's just taking drugs for fun. And he admits it on TV and everyone's just like, oh no, that's cool. That's just how he is. He's this crazy president. And it's like, nah, man, people are dying. And he's like, nah, not my friends. Not my friends. All right, cool. Hey guys, I'm Johnny Rogan. Thanks. Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, give it up for Johnny, ladies and gentlemen. Hilarious, Johnny. Johnny Roque. Shoving not having a dad in your face there, you guys. That's enough for all of you. Yes.
Shoving not having a dad in your face.
Hey, Max, is your num fucking melted yet?
Oh, yes, actually. Let's check in really quick.
We're checking in with Max on the update of the nope. It's still nope.
I feel like someone tossed it back in the freezer.
You got that Java juice. Where do you live, bro? Where's your room at? Are you in the back of a freezer somewhere?
No, I am right now I'm at Blue Screen Gaming, and this is a computer cafe. I am pretty much the only one here, but we have an audience.
Yes. I like how he turned the computer cafe into his fucking office. You guys see that? Like he moved into that shit. It's all hanging shit up. They're like, sir, you can't be nailing shit into the walls here, sir.
Yeah. So if you ever need like it's completely empty now, but if you need your computer fixed or your PS4, Blue Screen Gaming.
You got it, Max.
And we've been drinking here too.
Yeah. It's a trap gaming spot. You can gamble there too, you guys. Go over there and gamble. Get on those North Korean websites and gamble your fucking life away. All right. We're going to get into Jess. Jess has been standing there patient. I swear to God. Jessica, if comedy doesn't work out, you could be a mannequin. You're fucking great for it.
Yo, I'm down for it all at this point. Listen. Nothing is off limits, you heard?
She has stayed standing there in the middle of the ocean. It's just blue behind her for days. She's been standing for a minute. Jess, are you ready to do this?
I am so ready. Hey,
Where are you
guys,
tuned in from?
what's up?
Where are you tuned in, Jess?
I'm tuned in from LA, Sherman Oaks to be exact.
Sherman Oaks. Whoa, way to rub it in Lincoln fucking Heights fucking face over there. You got fucking Johnny feeling awesome. We kind of went to two different neighborhoods.
For Alex, you know, she's talking about that whole Taken story, and I'm like, yo, in these times, I've always told myself, I'm like, look, I love a good story. Like, I don't want to, like, if I get a shark attack, like, I don't want to lose a limb. Like, I want to get, like, a little nibble so I can say I got, like, bit by a shark. And, like, same thing with, like, getting kidnapped, yo. Like, if he, like, rattles me up a little bit, you know, pulls me by my hair, does some wild shit, but, like, I don't end up with a bastard child or nothing sketchy, like an STD, like, that kind of would be a fun time right about now. You know what I mean? Like, just, like, you know what I mean? Like, just some new shit to try. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I love how you put the bastard child and an STD in the same category. You know, there's appeal for both of them.
I think of rapists and, like, you know, kidnappers, but, you know, I just like, listen, I want a story. I don't want an STD, but I want a story.
We're gonna turn it straight over to Jess right now. But before we do, let me give you guys a little tidbit about her. Not only have you seen her perform all over California, but as soon as all this is done, really soon she's gonna have her first 30-minute special taped by a major network to be announced. You guys follow her. Her tag's up there right now, but she's about to please you with some hilariousness. Give it up for the one and only Jesika Rizzo.
What is up? What is up, Green Room? What is up, world? Fuck LA. This is world. We in a world right now. God damn, it feels good to be, you know, out of the comfort of my home, you know, on stage again, you know. Right. We could have fucking guessed this shit show, right? But yeah, you know, I guess this is a 420 friendly show or whatever. And I say whatever because I don't smoke weed. Okay, so I've had like this half ounce. I know. I've had this half ounce of weed this entire quarantine, and I've had one joint out of the shit. Okay. I don't fucking smoke weed. And primarily for the fact that I'm a weirdo already. Like, I'm a straight up weirdo. Like, let me tell it, I am just a visitor, right, from another planet, and I'm here to observe human life and report back to the motherland. That's some real shit. I'm June 8th. I share a birthday with Kanye West. I'm a Gemini. I also share a same sign with Donald Trump. So I'm kind of weird already. You know what I mean? Like, and then you incorporate weed with my kind of personality, the shit I say and do. Oh my fucking God, you gotta be kidding me. I OD'd on edibles, okay? We've all had an edible story. Somebody in our fucking network has OD'd on an edible or had a bad trip. Oh no, your girl OD'd the fuck on edibles. So I was out with a girlfriend at some DJ party, right? Popping fucking, gummy bear, edible fucking weed, trying to be part of the cool kids, right? Whatever the fuck they're called. God damn it. I don't even know, right? I'm like, give me those. Let's have fun. It's DJ party. And I go home and I'm like buzzed. I'm happy, but I'm not high, right? Which is why I took like 12 of them. Okay. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Wake up Sunday morning, 8 a.m., blasted high, wigging the fuck out. To the point where I called my homegirl, the supplier, right? I'm like, yo, you had some bunk ass edibles. Your dealer is a fucking phony. You tried to kill me. I'm dying. Click, hang up on her, right? And all I recall, no fucking lie, all I recall is grabbing my two cats and looking them in the eyes, right? And I was like, just hold down the house and take care of the kids when I'm gone. And I was crying and laughing simultaneously at the same fucking time until I passed out. So yeah, I don't fuck with weed. I mean, first of all, I don't even have kids, right? So, right, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, obviously. But also, my dad was a drug dealer. So, I was more interested in supplying than I was consuming. We had like pretty heartwarming daddy-daughter moments in our household. I was usually bagging up weed and cocaine. And let me paint this picture for you. My father had like a progressive style face tattoo, teardrop. That shit was edgy as fuck. I thought that shit was like, I don't know, Mexican Post Malone, right? Like, I just thought, he was progressive for his time or some shit. No, he was just like your stereotypical cholo, right? And this motherfucker, like, we'd be at the house, right? A typical phrase in our household growing up, mija, dame la mota. And I come running, sí, papi, ya me voy. And there's usually like mariachi music playing, right? That was my household growing up. So yeah, I don't fuck with weed, but I got some weed if y'all need some weed, okay? Because we legal here in Cali. I'm the plug now. I don't smoke my own supply. I got some though. Let me know if you need it. I got you, Rob. Rob, you there? I got you, Rob. Oh man, I get Willie, I got you too, dog. Oh man, but yeah, I don't fuck with weed. So 420 friendly, I fuck with y'all. I respect the craft. This girl, I'm a weirdo, so we're good. But quarantine life, I guess it's a thing. We've all talked about it. There's only been really 2 surprises with quarantine life for me. The first of which is my porn history, right? Like, I was already on some sketchy shit, right? You guys ever seen that dancing bear? The dude with like the headdress of a bear and he got his cock fucking slinging around, right? And it's like a bunch of white collar females, like look like they work in the office and they all sucking and fucking in an orgy. Like that was, I thought that was pretty progressive, like I thought that was like up there with interesting porn that I would, delve into. Nowadays, oh man, there's this new shit. Have you guys ever heard of tentacle porn? No? Tentacle, anyone?
Like it's new here, right?
To me, it's new, period. Like anime, like it's like these like octopus monsters, like fucking anime hot cartoon chicks. Oh my god, that shit's interesting. That's just interesting. I never knew there was such shit out there.
like during the pandemic, like you never know. I'll watch anything now.
Yeah. Yeah, like I didn't know. Like that was a surprise for me during this quarantine for sure. I was like, oh, I've got some like demons. Like I already thought and knew I had some kind of demons, but not at the level that I'm at now. And it's progressively getting worse. So like I'll clear my like porn search history in Safari just so that anyone watching, you know, I don't know. It's like a personal thing I go through every few hours. And then of course there's this other thing, the nosy neighbor, right? We all have a nosy neighbor already. We already have one, right? And she extraordinarily nosy right now during the goddamn quarantine because she ain't got shit else to do but fucking watch what you on right now. And her name is usually Janet. Or in the case of Florida, Karen. Y'all heard of Florida, Karen? Anybody? Raise a hand. Anybody?
Oh, they have Florida Karens everywhere.
Okay, well, the Florida Karen, okay, had the goddamn nerve to call a police officer in full uniform a couple days ago that he was breaking into her apartment complex. Let me just let that, by the way, he was black. Okay. Karen was mind blown, right? Unfortunately. Now, Karen proceeds to run her mouth. He was breaking into my apartment. He's like, I live here, ma'am. I live here. What are we even talking about? He's telling her, I'm going to cite you for public harassment or some shit like that or whatever. And all I'm thinking to myself is, God damn it, Karen. God damn it. We all know Marty from Ozark. God damn it. God damn it. Fucking Karen, I know you're bored. I know you're bored. I know you ain't got no fucking quarantine, dick. But God damn it, Karen. Go fuck off. God damn it, Karen. Fuck. We all have a Karen. I got one in my building right now. She wondering what the fuck I'm on. You know, I'm coming in and out the house. She like, where are you going? All the time. She got that look. She got that fucking look on her face that she thinks I'm up to something. And I probably am. But you know what? It's none of your business, Karen. It's none of your business. God damn it. Always one. Always a Karen.
You got 2 minutes, Jess. 2 minutes.
Oh my God, that was already fucking 8 minutes. Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, so true story. I'm in my room, right? Watching sketchy porn, obviously. And outside of my window, there's this woman who screams for help. No lie. I'm going to tell the story on the stage soon. Screams for help, screams for her, whoever the dude to stop doing whatever the fuck he was doing. It was crazy. I look outside my window. Mind you, I'm mid-orgasm, right? Sketchy porn style into this octoporn, right? I'm like, whoa, this is some real shit. I look outside my window and I'm like, oh, bitch, that ain't none of my business. I ain't about to be no Karen. You feel me? So God rest her soul. I don't even know what happened to this day. It's crazy. But she did come outside of her house, like covered in blood at a certain point, and I just had to like pull the blinds down and pretend like I saw nothing because it was really none of my business. What else? Quarantine life. You know, really quickly, I'll end on this. I mean, obviously I'm single, right? I mean, if I'm getting it in that often, Jesus Christ. But you know, dating is tough. It's dating. People say it's LA, it's New York, it's wherever. It's every fucking where, right? It's everywhere. And I had this one dude tell me he wanted to Ted Bundy my pussy. We go out, right? We go out, have a good time. He tries to invite himself up, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, you want to what?" He said, "I want to Ted Bundy that pussy." And I said, "My God, sir. Now, if you would have said to me, I want a Jeffrey Dahmer that pussy, we'd be talking." Now, Ted Bundy, okay, we gotta work our way up to that level of foreplay, right? Like, it's our first date. I'm not trying to go out like that. Goddamn, like give me a couple rounds. I don't know.
Jess, you watch some crazy shit. You watch some crazy, like I feel like you watch like murder mysteries, like besides like the pandemic, like I feel like there's more than just Jeffrey Dahmer. Like there's a murderer in my family, and I feel like you already know who they are.
Yo, I used to geek out on First 48. Y'all ever seen that?
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Crazy, right? I'm like, yo, you guys are giving me information like what not to do. You know what I mean?
And now,
I don't know about y'all. Like, if you guys are in quarantine, like, I forget what his name was, and I apologize, but the gentleman that's got the annoying roommate, I have a similar situation. And
yeah, that was Jake.
But whatever, we're not gonna talk about that. But, yeah. I just know that if it really came to murder, I would know what not to do. Thanks to First 48, truly. Like I would do it right the first time around.
I would do it right.
And Jess, like now on top of all that, they have these websites with these unsolved murders. So if you're really, really bored, you could like dive really in deep and try to figure them out yourselves.
Now, is the cops gonna show up at my door once I go to the dark web or not?
After listening to your set today, I'm sure they might show up at your door.
Good shit, guys. Thanks for having me. Come out.
Yes. Give it up for Jesika Rizzo. Jessica, you can finally sit down now. Jeez, the cardio of comedy. That's what we're going to call you, the cardio of comedy. That's holy shit. I know it's stand-up, but holy hell. I'm over here sitting on my fucking
Sit down, Lou. Sit down. All right, well, I love y'all. Thanks, Green Room. Thank you, Rob. Y'all are dope. I'm going to stay in for Willie. I love y'all. Thank you.
Yeah. I think the greatest part the cutest part of that set was when she said, I have a half ounce of weed, so I got you, Rob. I've smoked a half ounce of weed fucking already. Like while we've been doing this show. I've already smoked a half ounce. Like a half ounce of weed, it's normal. That's normal.
I got you, Rob. Listen, hold up. Hey, listen, it's been sitting for 3 months, but it might be a little dry, but I got you.
You better go put it on that shelf like at the grocery store where the muffins are like a day from expiring and shit, and I get them for 40 cents.
For real. It'll go fast. It'll sell like hotcakes.
She said, I'm the plug with a half ounce. This shit is like, I need a pound.
Right, for real. I know. I got you too.
She said, I got you. She really does. I feel like she really does the way she said it too. No, I know. I got you. I got to keep up. All right. We're going to be staying up all night. Willie, are you in with me?
Yeah, I'm here with you, man. Let's do this shit, yo.
No, Willie, I be seeing the Rodney Dangerfield hanging behind you. That's just fucking awesome shit.
Oh, hell yeah. What you know about that, Rob?
Oh, dude, come on, bro. Who else here has performed at Dangerfield's? Who's had the honor? Amazing spot. My New York people, I know you guys probably been there. My Bronx people,
For
you
real.
guys probably.
I get no respect. I get no respect. People be sleeping on Rodney Dangerfield. I didn't like him at first because I was like, he tell the corniest ass jokes. But then
King of the one-liners.
The king of the fucking one-liners. But as I got into more into comedy, I was like, oh shit, this dude might accidentally be a genius.
Yeah. I'm telling you, my wife, she's a triple bagger. A bag for over her head, one over my head, and one for anybody looking in the window. Hey.
For real. No, my whole wall here is just old records. I got a bunch of old records. Let me see if I could just show some of them off. Like I got Janet Jackson, We Are the World. I got so many fucking records. Like I got a bunch of Bill Cosby records, but I can't post them on this show. I seen the amount of white people. And I was like, I know who I gotta take down and put back up.
Hey, well, Willie, if you ever want to listen to those records on a record player with different speakers that don't match it, Alex got you. She got one sitting right behind her right there.
I swear, when you talked about her speakers in the background, I was like, those shits don't match at all.
They don't match. They do not match. You ready to do this, my boy?
Let's do this shit, yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, closing out the show tonight, the one and only the Mac of comedy. It's in his name, Willie Mac.
Rob, what the fuck is the Mac of comedy?
I don't know, bro. I'm running out of shit. I'm running out of shit to say.
I know you running out of shit. I done drank both my drinks. I'm on my third Long Island that me and my boy made, and it's like we out here. We're faded right now. Like I was like, it's not gonna be that long. I'm like, we're gonna be done by 9:30. And
This is all I got left. This is all I got left right here, man.
Rob, look, I was looking at what you were smoking. Did you have a blowtorch, dude?
Yeah, I was dabbing, man.
Dude, when I seen the blowtorch, I was like, Stoner Rob is on the fucking Super Saiyan of weed right now. When I see you hit the blowtorch, I'm like, who the fuck out here went to the gas station and got the butane lighter ass? Oh, let me go to gallery mode. All right, we on gallery mode. I just want to talk. This is one of those shows where everybody's on fucking mute. Maya is over here painting and shit. Maya, what you painting? Because you have been painting this entire show. I see you now you're laughing, so I know you're really painting. See, I was bluffing at first. Now I feel like I need to see what the hell you're painting.
I don't know, plants.
Painting plants.
She's painting what we're smoking, man.
Whoa.
Hey, that's dope as fuck.
Damn.
See, shout out to Maya for painting and tuning in at the same time. I've been looking at everybody's background, trying to compare my life to everybody else's, and the only person that I'm really like jealous of is Stoner Rob, because I'm like, this is this nigga's fifth blunt, and I don't even know where he's getting this much weed from in at the same time. See, okay, Rob, get the fuck out of here. This is my time. Now you're bragging. I see what you're doing here. It is an interesting time. I hear everybody talking about quarantine. I don't like talking about it, but I know that it is interesting because this is one of the few times that stores want Black people to walk in with like face mask on. Like this is what they want. Like, people prefer me to come in with a bandana over my face asking where shit is. Like, I've been around for 35 years and no one's asked me to come in with a bandana over my face. Like the bank, I went to the bank the other day and it was like, can you put your bandana over your face? I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Like, I'm more dangerous with a bandana off my face than I am on my face. Like, that's why I wear glasses, because I know first of all, Stoner Rob, I feel like it's disrespectful that you sitting here blowing smoke into the fucking lens right now, yo. Like, you have all this, where the fuck you keep getting weed from? Why every time I talk to you, there's another ounce that just adds up? Every 10 seconds, Stoner Rob comes up with another. I hate you right now. Get the fuck out of here. Put yourself on mute. Go stub your toe. Like, but no, I get it. Cause like, as a Black dude, that's why I'm wearing glasses right now. I wear glasses because I know glasses make me look safe. I know what the fuck this shit do for me. I'm gonna give you the perfect example. Look, if I take my glasses off, I'm gonna come up close. Hold on, let me come up close. Let me turn my camera down just a little bit. If I come up close and I take my glasses off and I look at everybody like this, it looked like this angry Black guy that's on Zoom right now. But if I keep this face and I put my glasses on, now I look like I'm thinking about something. I know what glasses do for me, yo.
He said from DMX to Malcolm X, like that.
He said from DMX to Malcolm X. Dude, look, if I want white people to feel even safer, I just sit around and whistle the old Green Acres, you know, like you whistle, if you're walking in behind white people at night and you whistle Green Acres or any theme song, they feel safe automatically. That's why. Shit, man, I don't know what I'm up to, man. I know I'm sitting here listening to a bunch of politics, and I'm not trying to get into politics. I don't really care like that because I'm on my own shit. Like, we put too much pressure on these politicians to decide our health care, our medical conditions, and all of that. For example, like, I grew up in St. Louis. That's where I'm from. I'm from St. Louis. I grew up in St. Louis, and I didn't know about a bunch of medical conditions. This is just me talking to you, Rob, right now. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I ain't even swiping or any of that. Like, I didn't know what psoriasis was growing up when I was in St. Louis. In St. Louis, people that had psoriasis, we just used to call those people ashy as fuck.
Scabies.
Yeah. Like, look at you. Lotion don't even help you. It's like, what's condition? Yeah, it's called ashy as fuck. Cause like that's what we call it.
Why is your ass bleeding?
Why go? I didn't know what an albino was. I didn't know that being an albino was just a lack of melanin and pigment that you have as a person. Like growing up black and having a black mama, like my mama used to just threaten us to be like, hey, you better act right or I'll slap the black off you. Like, you better get your shit together, I'll beat you to the white meat shows. Like, that's all I heard, Rob. That's what I heard.
So that's what you thought albinos was?
So in 4th grade, when I see my first black albino person, I was like, oh shit, that's a badass kid. Like, what did you do to have your mama slap the black off you? Like,
did you ever wonder where it went? Like, where did it go? Is that why there's darker skinned black guys? Because it goes to them?
Have you ever seen a person with big aligo? Like that person wasn't as bad. It was like they person. Shit, now you got me over here. Stop talking to me, Rob. Put shit on mute. I want to talk about some other shit right now, man. See, me and you about to go on some shit where people will hit me up 10 years later, be like, Willie Mack don't care about people with vitiligo. Willie Mack hates albinos is what's gonna happen. So I'm changing the subject. I ain't gonna sit here and listen to you and your high ass.
This is for the Society of Albinos Against Willie Mack.
But it's an interesting time because like my son just turned 18 years old February 19th, yo.
Oh,
like,
nice.
What the fuck are you clapping for, Max? Like, you see how young I am. I ain't supposed to have an 18-year-old. The very first time I ever had sex, I knocked up a lesbian who wanted to try out me.
What?
Yeah, no, true story. Like, very first time. Not the cute lesbian either. Like, I'm trying to figure out the best wording for this. Like, me and my son's mom was both handsome at prom. Hey, Rob, listen. Hold on, Rob. So, have you ever, there's this Nike ad where this football player is like juking one player, stiff arms another, does a spin move, dives and makes a touchdown or whatever, and then the crowd is roaring, right? And they take the helmet off, and it was a woman this entire time. It was a chick. Like, I knocked up our school's running back. True story. You can Google my baby mama, and she really played football at our high school. Like, she was number 34. That was my boo. Like, that was.
Now, did you play football, Willie?
Oh, Rob. Okay, outside of comedy shit, let me tell you, I was bullied all through high school. So my counselor at school was like, "Hey, you should play sports so you won't get bullied." Then I decided to play football, and I sucked so bad at football, I was bullied in high school and on our football team.
Did she bully you?
She bullied me into sex.
Right? She's like, "We're running tackle drills. I want Willie. I want Willie Magic."
No one could tackle her, but I took her down with dick. Like, ain't that some shit?
A dick
like,
down.
You know how crazy it is to have your high school mad at you because you knocked up their running back? Like, that's
She was all, you guys were all going to CIF, and then she got knocked out because Willie got. We're like, "Damn it, Willie, you ruined this too, you motherfucker."
We was both high school, like, we was both prom king. Like, that's some other shit. But on some real shit, like if I showed you my son, like, my son is 6'3", 190 pounds or whatever, and I had a conversation with him the other day because he was like, because me and his mom, even to this day, are best friends. Like, everybody, we're best friends. Like, that. I knocked up the homie in a weird way. Like,
knocked up the homie.
So my son,
dog want to have a baby.
So my son asked, he's like, "Hey, Dad, do you think you and Mom would ever get back together?" And I was like, "Nah, Malcolm, me and your mom, we like the same gender." And he was like, "What, Dad? I knew it." And I was like, "Really, Malcolm? What is it that you knew?" He was like, "That you and Mom both like men." And I was like, "Wait, what? You think I'm the gay one?" I was like, "No, wait. Who do you think all these women are that your mama bring home?" Because to him, his mom just says, "Hey, this is Mama's friend. We're going to my room, and whatever. They do their thing." I was like, "No, Malcolm, your mom's in there eating pussy. Like, we don't like the same." Here's what it was. I'm gonna be honest with you. So a few years ago, maybe like 4 years ago now, I didn't know that the eggplant emoji stood for dick. So I made a post on Facebook that said, "I had eggplant for the first time last night and really enjoyed it. It's life-changing."
Oh, shit.
First of all, Rob, I told you put yourself on mute because you're being disrespectful right now. And I'm going to take this shit really offensively right now. Because my dumb ass thought the eggplant emoji stood for fucking eggplant. So in my son's head, I wrote, "I had dick for the first time last night and really enjoyed it." My son think, "Jess, what the fuck are you doing with your hands? You got big ass hands when you bring them close to the fucking screen like that. I see everything. People don't know that I see you all."
But Willie, we got about 2 minutes left. But here's my thing on your post about the eggplant, and your son saw it. But did he like it? Did he give it the thumbs up?
Oh, Rob, let me put this back in gallery mode. Listen to me. So peep game. So because they over-sexualize all these emojis, yo. Like the peach emoji, we know stands for ass, booty, or whatever. Then the taco emoji, did you know that the taco emoji stood for vagina or pussy?
Yeah.
Like, did you know that? I didn't know that. I see two people that like shook their head like, what? So in the comment section, I posted, I was like, "Hey," my son hit me up. He's like, "Hey, Dad, so you're an eggplant man now, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, Malcolm. Have you ever tried it?" he was like, "What, Dad? No, I'm gonna stick to tacos." And I was like, "Malcolm, you can't have tacos all the time. Sometimes you gotta switch it up."
Oh shit! That's that is just comedy gold. You accidentally stumbled on the funniest shit I've ever heard.
So, anyways, Rob, I don't know where the fuck you live. I want to smoke with you one of these days. We gonna have a lit ass fucking time. Thank you, the Green Room. Everybody that stayed after listening to this shit. I'm out of here. Jess, you still got big ass hands. Leave them away from the fucking lens. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out.
Later on, Willie, Matt, give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Max, I think the show was amazing. What do you feel, Max? Why do you oh, I forgot you're in you're jerking off in some fucking public computer lab and shit. The mask doesn't do anything around your neck, homie. You just look weird now, bro.
It's for quick access.
You just look like you were hanging drywall and couldn't wait to get over there and jerk off at a fucking public porn place. That's exactly like if something had to come to my head. If something had to come to my head, that's exactly what I was thinking, man. Max is jerking off in drywall gear.
I'm a union drywaller, and this is what we do after the 25th minute.
That and meth. And just a lot of meth.
Dude, Rob, thank you for doing this. I know this is kind of hard to. I mean, I guess it's a little bit easier than actually coming to the show every week, but thank you for doing it anyway.
Yeah, you know what makes it harder, actually? And what's funny is, we were looking at apartments, Max, right there.
Yeah.
I just looked at one that I might fucking grab. That literally the window looks out across the street to the, what is it, Alana or whatever?
Alana's Coffee, yeah.
Alana's, like, I could see, it's across the fucking street, dog. I could watch the show from the fucking room.
So we're going to have to do it every Friday and get you a job every single Friday. 8 p.m. live from Alana's Coffee.
Live from LA, it's Friday night.
Live from LA, it's Friday night.
Yes. But this is actually harder than being there because, like, when you're at a show hosting all the time, you, as a host, I normally don't do any kind of material or anything. I go out there and then we have fun with the crowd and, we test the crowd. You know how a host is supposed to test the crowd. Well, here, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So you really have to have new shit every fucking week.
And that's like a big thing for me too. Like, I'm down for people coming and not repeating a set, but coming and doing like every Friday, every single Friday. I don't mind people doing that. Like, I love having you here every Friday, but like, we have the same audience and the same neighborhood, like the same people coming in, listening to the same stuff. And when I hear my friends repeat a joke that someone else has said, it's very, very cool. But in a way, like, they want to hear different stuff too. Yeah,
totally.
But yeah, it makes it hard.
It does make it hard, but it makes it fun and challenging, keeps the mind sharp. And to recap, Jake said he didn't know how good of a cook, he hates how good of a cook he got in this whole quarantine. And that was amazing. You know what I just realized right now when I had ran over to clean some stuff up is I literally just cooked dinner for me and my son. And I think I made fucking more spaghetti than Buca de Beppo gives you when you get the fucking family portion, bro. I have so much spaghetti left in there. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. So I'm going to go trade Jesika spaghetti for weed, and we're just going to make it happen. She's like, hell yeah.
All the way there in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, in Sherman Oaks. I'm taking her some pasta. All right. Yeah.
Rob, made a bunch of spaghetti. That's what you made?
Yeah. Hey, come on. What about this? What about the name Stoner Rob screams, I'm going to do anything that's challenging, bro?
You want to know what I cooked during the show?
Hell yeah.
I made an eggplant breakfast burrito wrap.
An eggplant breakfast
burrito wrap. Is it eggplant or is it dick like Willie Mack?
Oh, it's eggplant. There's nothing happening here, man. Just real, actual eggplants. What's the emoji for actual eggplant? It has to be something else, right?
Right? Totally.
Right?
This
There's
is
no
an amazing
onion.
show. I want to thank all the comics that were on the show. Let's start it off. Alex Brown, Jonathan Green, Jake Kroger, of course, Amanda Hurley, Ian Lockwood, Johnny Roque, I said it right, Jessica Rizzo, and Willie Mack, and of course, Max with the Green Room LA for putting on social distance comedy. I'm Stoner Rob. Find me on all social media at Stoner Rob, and we want to give a big thanks to Numb Rum, because without Numb Rum, we couldn't go numb. All right, Numb Rum, check them out in all their assorted flavors. I'm telling you, Jake, I'm running out of things to say. I have no more fucking things to say. All right, so thank you guys for having me. We're gonna turn it back over to the Fox Crate, I believe, right, Max?
Actually, the Fox Crate is gone. They have work in the morning.
All right, now I look like an asshole. Now I'm just gonna have to sit here and beatbox for everybody.
No, it's okay. I got a few more things to say. Yeah, we got a lot of donors. So thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Eminem. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Jen, for tuning in. Kevin over there at your place, thank you very, very much for doing the graphics that you see over on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. Also, Maya, thank you for tuning in. That was probably the first time we saw you. Tune in every Friday. Tell your friends. Paint some more stuff. Willie Mack, your roommate, hey. We're here every Friday. Follow us on Instagram. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for Blue Screen Gaming. We're doing all of this here at Blue Screen Gaming for the time being. So if you guys need your computer fixed, if you realize that your computer was really shitty during the stream, take it to Blue Screen Gaming. I took my PS4 here, and it works better.
I thought he was going to say something like, and it works amazing. He's like, and it works better.
It does. Like, it took, like, you know, a really long time to load and didn't, like, understand what the internet was for a second. And then I took it here, and I got a new hard drive in there, and there's, like, it's not a hard drive, it's a solid state drive, and there's, like, terabytes in there, and I could put, like, a bunch of shit on there. But, yeah, thank you for Blue Screen Gaming. That we're recording right here from Blue Screen Gaming. Yeah, and thank you again to Stoner Rob and Rick over the Fox Crate. I think that's all I have to say. Also, since some of us are going back to work, if you like to play music or DJ for us, we have a spot opening up. Rick isn't dying. He's just going back to work. That's it. So thank you, everyone.
DJ Pandora.
DJ Pandora.
Let me do this.
So thanks, guys. Have a good night. Drive safe. The word of the day was green. So if you were following along with the word of the day, we said the word green 38 times. So that means you took 38 shots or 38 bong rips. So please drive safe. Have a nice night. Follow us on Instagram at The Green Room LA. Follow Numrum at NUMBRUM__. Have a nice night. I'm ending this. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah.